items and next steps.
Okay, done.
And if, like how you did just now. Okay, so the login, I'm not able to log in. That's a separate conversation.
Yes, yes.
Like that, it can be taken.
So, Belaji, other than what we have discussed on Thursday, is there anything that you want to bring up right now?
You want to bring the list on the screen so that way they're seeing what all has been captured so far? What all has been captured so far? It's there in the first
MOM. Okay.
I have 10 minutes.
If you go to Kanban.
Yeah.
This one, right?
Yeah.
So I think these are the issues we have captured on Thursday. So other than this, do you have anything that you want to add today?
So now,
just a minute, yeah.
one question, Belaji and Gayatri. This list that you have here, I can see that there are so many items.
Yeah.
Do you want to track all of them together as one item? So if you go to the board, right?
It's a separate issue for each thing. It gets cluttered is what we thought. Maybe this particular, because there are so many, we have to put it in Excel sheet or right now we kept it in a Word document because too many things. How do we capture this?
So
Vijayji, just want to add,
Yeah.
see, the Thursday, whatever we discussed is not about just one action or something like that.
There are many things.
It is about the experience for the child.
Yeah.
So, like it requires a deep brainstorming session for that. And whatever we discussed, it is on a very higher level, on a top level.
Okay.
So it requires a lot of brainstorming, and we decided to take one subject for now and go into that in a very deeper way and decide how the experience should be for the child. So that's what the discussion happened. And like, for example, if English is taught to the child, how exactly English has to be taught at right moment, like whatever visibility we have in terms of technology or anything else. So how exactly we can teach the child in English in a better way. So that's the kind of discussion happened. And it requires all of us, like all the stakeholders, tech team, content team, and the mentor team to sit together and have a deep dive discussion on that. So that's the discussion happened on Thursday. So there is no issues as such. Like the issue is a child is not able to learn in a better way. That's the issue. How to solve that? We need to sit together and see what best we can do.
So what you're saying is all these observations in this document are all related to one central item, which is how do we create a better learning experience for the child?
That's all.
Okay, fair enough. So perfectly fine. If at all a particular topic has such a central focus, then if you go back to that ticket, no, Gayatri ji,
That one.
the board. So this item, if you come to the Kanban.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now this item is, so see, meeting at Gurukula, minutes of meeting, concerns from Gurukula team. So is the title. We could have the title as learning experience design. Our concerns about learning experience. So that way, the item is trackable. See, the thing is, let's not create multiple tracking systems.
Requirement for redesigning the learning experience.
So the issue is,
Better learning experience for the child.
Right. So what is that topic? We are discussing the topic. Okay, let's start calling them as topics. In the Delight theme, each one is a topic.
Login, so just a simple thing. From program management, and sorry, my DNA is a little weird like that. It's relevant. Can we have multiple lists issue, action, decision, log, which is a risk is something we foresee may happen. Suppose we want to go live, that we want to launch a new program, so we see a risk happening to that. So that becomes a risk item. If that program is already launched and we have missed that, it's an issue. I don't know if I'm able to explain properly. Then we have an Excel sheet, and I have a template I can share. We can track it as a risk, issue, action, or decision. Take a decision on that. No, because we don't want repetition and we want track.
Yeah.
Would that
If you
make
don't
sense?
mind, I can, maybe after this discussion is over, I can show you how this Kanban is being created.
Okay.
It is meant for that.
Okay,
However, the level at which these topics are being discussed it is not necessarily categorized yet.
okay.
So a topic begins, so such as, so somewhere, okay, so the learning experience is not appropriate, we want to improve. So whether to categorize it as risk or issue or action,
That will not be there. That will be the category, column category, learning experience.
Yeah.
And everything there would be the next level.
so this one is just as and when the topic comes, so that, we do not lose track of it in the Kanban board, they're being captured with a topic title. Then, at the next level, we should definitely categorize and do all this.
Yeah, and then every meeting, we go through that.
Yeah.
See what has happened.
Yeah.
We update there.
Yeah.
We don't create new.
Yeah.
We don't duplicate, sorry.
Yeah.
My French takes over when I speak.
No, that's okay.
But I wanted
So
to-
that's what this purpose is, and just to give you some more context, this is not a action level, one single action level item that is being captured here. As an example, right now, what Darshanji said
Learning experience.
is a learning experience. So it may
The work stream level should be.
right? Yeah. So therefore, it is just to enable conversation at a overall level, and there are stakeholders from different viewpoints here. This is not just a tech stakeholder
It
meeting.
has yet to be discussed. It's still a brainstorm.
Yeah, right. And there are education people from content team, those who are at the Gurukula level, those who are at the
Most
technology.
stakeholders are
Yeah,
involved.
so therefore, just to facilitate a collaborative conversation, a topic title. Yeah, but definitely we can sit and discuss, what should be the life cycle of these items? How should we handle them? Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Okay.
Vijayji, can I know who is that talking?
Hello, Hariom everybody. I am Kumari. I am Kumari. I just joined the team.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Vijayji, just want to add to this. See, this learning experience thing is a continuous thing. It's not we want to solve this in 3 months, 6 months, and also it's just a continuous thing. Right now, whatever we have readily available, or we can build, or we can integrate, so we need to decide that. So that is why the brainstorming is required. It's like it's a continuous effort, and whatever discussion happened Thursday, it's again a continued discussion from what happened when Prabhuji and tech team visited the school. Both
Correct.
are linked.
Correct. So again, to bring the focus back to the board will have topics so that, we can have meaningful conversation. So that's the purpose of the board. For example,
Exactly.
the experience, some
yeah.
changes are needed. So
Correct.
the topic can be brought up here, and that drives the conversation that may require, like how you rightly said, okay, Friday VLR meeting. Okay, that is the next action step for that item. So,
Exactly. So
right, yeah.
whatever discussions which happens around this learning experience should be captured there.
Absolutely. And that is why we don't have to, at this point of time, already have a name such as, whether it's a risk or a issue or anything for this board purpose. This is more to drive the collaborative conversation, and then we can identify what the action items that appear. Based on that, we can track them separately, because the items here in this board, Delight board, are going to be at a global level, at a much bigger level. Okay, learning experience redesign. What are the concerns with the learning experience? It may, as you can see here in this item, the minutes of the meeting, there are some 20+ items. So how should we group them? So all that requires a little bit of further thinking with smaller groups, because the number of participants here, and that too with different viewpoints, are many. Let's use this board to primarily bring the focus on what is the key item that is bothering. Let's say, for example, Darshanji, you as the content, let's say, ownership. What is the key item that is of relevance to you that you want to first focus on? Similarly, the Gurukula team. Right now, learning experience seems like a common point of concern between the two of you, and therefore, we are meeting on Friday, right?
Correct. That's what.
Yeah. So, okay, this action item is, so now this is not just new. So we decided to remove the ready, right?
Yeah, one clarification on understanding, Vijayji.
Yeah.
So content thing ownership is lying with Madhurya. So I am like completely responsible for the entire operations. I'm just looking at whole Biscuits operations, just for the understanding of the team. Yeah.
I just meant it from the standpoint of you and Madhurya ji. Yeah,
No, I understand. So because new members are there, and also just to give the clarity,
Yeah. No,
because a lot
clear
of
point.
things related to operations will also come, no?
Yeah.
So Karthik is also there. So just wanted to bring it to that.
Okay, super. So now, can we go back to the Kanban board, Gayatri ji? Yeah. So as soon as a topic comes, it will just get logged in this column called as new, and then oh, you're not presenting. Yeah. It'll be appearing in this column called new, and then when we start doing any kind of a conversation or any kind of a discussion, it will come in the in progress. And when it is ready for some kind of acceptance, let's say, for example, it's an item that has been brought up by, say, Darshanji. Darshanji says that, as an example, I'm just saying here, Darshanji, the math content, the way it is being evaluated, needs to be modified. So then, when it is acted upon and it is ready to be reviewed by you again, it'll come into the ready for test column. And then when you feel that particular item has been addressed to your satisfaction level, you can simply then indicate that it is done. That is how the Delight team will move it to done. So this is a very high level life cycle of these topics, right? But once when we go into a particular topic, it will involve maybe many action items, like how Komariji said, it may trigger certain identification of risks, certain issues. So all that are next working level items. And that how to track them, that will be another discussion. So coming back, Gayatri ji, one is the meeting that happened in the Gurukula. So that you are clear, Friday you will have a conversation. What is other? Are there any other items that need to be?
That's what I was asking Belaji, if she has anything else to share today, Belaji and Shilpaji, other than what we discussed on Thursday.
Namaste.
Yeah, Belaji.
So related to subject, I have some other things to add on, Gayatri ji. So I think so few of the feedback we have already given it to Madhurya ji and team. The thing is that I just need to add few things in here if it is needed to go through our whole tech team, that I'll be doing it on Monday. But most of the issues have been addressed, how we want the content to be done and how child needs to understand it. Most of the topics we have covered, only subject wise differentiation is there. Hello? Yeah, so that I will add, and already it is conveyed to their team.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
If anything is there, you will add it on Taiga, right?
Yeah. Then I'll do it on Taiga. The way you have explained it that day, we will be adding it to Taiga also, and for us, I think so we will be connected through WhatsApp messages also with our team. So it is good for our reference also, immediate reference.
Yeah,
So yeah,
done.
yeah.
Okay, so in addition to the whatever the minutes have been captured in that document by Rajita ji, so Bela ji, you're going to add few more items, is it? Are they related to the same learning experience, Bela ji, or do you want to track them as separate topics here?
As of now, related to the learning experience only, Vijay ji.
If that is the case,
Uh,
see if my suggestion makes sense to both of you. Gayatri ji, can you go up, please? So there is this item, number 6, that Rajita ji has created. She's going to rename that as learning experience related feedback.
1 minute, Vijay ji. I'm not able to see the screen here.
Are you not able to?
See the screen.
Is the screen not appearing, ji?
No, it's appearing.
Is it?
Yeah. Can you stop share and share again?
Just a few minutes back, I was able to see.
You are able to see Shravanji?
Yeah, you can see.
She can also see.
It's visible.
Yeah.
Belaji, are you on mobile or are you on laptop,
I'm
ji?
on mobile actually, but few minutes back I was able to see.
No, you may, if it is mobile, you may want to, swipe. Usually, it can switch. Can you swipe and see?
Yeah, I'm sorry. There are only 3 screens. Are the ready wala where I have added the content, Kanban
Okay.
menu you were just explaining. That I can see now, not anything else.
Okay. Just for once, let's stop sharing and share again.
You should swipe.
Yeah.
That's not.
By any chance, is it coming now, Belaji?
Huh?
Is it coming now?
No, it's the same page. Shall I join again? I'm swiping it, but there are only 3 pages and 1 page is stuck
You
there.
swipe to the reverse in the reverse side now.
Doing it.
So maybe you are swiping towards. If you were swiping towards left, try swiping towards right.
I'm doing. No, it's not coming. Shall I try? Or else, Vijay ji, you just explain me. I'll just understand. Let's see
Yeah.
how it goes. Just
Okay,
explain
no,
me. No
no
problem.
problem. You know, when you go to your Taiga board,
Yeah.
at the very top, there is a number 6 item.
Okay.
The number 6 item is where, you know, all the learning experience feedback have been captured
Okay.
in a document by Rajita ji.
Mm-hmm.
So, can you switch to that MOM? And in that itself, you can add all the items.
Now I can see.
Okay, excellent.
It came now. Yeah.
So in here itself, you can add all your learning experience related feedback items. That way, there is one document for now from the mentor team side that can be taken to Madhurya ji and the team for discussion.
Okay.
Is it okay? Is that acceptable?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, excellent. So now going back to Kanban. So which means that, you know, your feedback is taken care of. Shilpa ji, does she have any feedback?
No, the other day we have already spoken. I've spoken in detail. So whenever the next thing we are going to take up subject wise. So first subject is going to be English. So if anything comes up from there, then I will have my input.
Okay, excellent.
Comes up in that discussion.
So which means that
Can
for
you
the time we can assume that all the learning experience feedback from the mentor team is in number 6, which is what you will discuss with Madhurya ji and team on Friday. Okay, great.
Yes.
Other than that, Gayatri ji, is there any other item here that requires a immediate discussion or prioritization?
No, Vijay, only that thing has to go into production. We have to start uploading the English content ASAP.
Huh.
That's
Okay. No, is that item tracked here?
No, this was like before Tiger
Before,
Day. Yeah, so
huh.
we didn't put it here.
Yeah, so English content has to be
Yeah.
made live, and for that, let's
That
take
will
it up
come
with
later
the-
in our tech.
But as far as this group is concerned, as far as the delayed board is concerned,
Darshanji, do you have anything to be added to Tiger? Right now, we can add on behalf of you.
Gayatri ji, we will add it. I know, I got to know how it works, so we will add it.
No, you know, but since, after you log in, yeah, okay, fine. Fine.
yeah,
Done,
so
done.
let Darshanji log in.
Yeah.
In case Darshanji, you have any issues, you can please take the help. So from next next Saturday, every Saturday, 10:30 to 11:15 is going to be the delayed team discussion.
Yeah.
And the focus is, one is, in case if you have felt any new topics to be added, you can add them.
Yes, please.
Another one is prioritization.
Yeah.
Whether any priority and any discussion has happened.
Yeah, done.
Any other thing that anybody wants to bring up? Ashwini ji, you have anything to bring up? Okay.
I want to give a quick 5-minute thing.
Go ahead, Dhavalji.
Yeah. So see, I was there in discussion last.
That's it.
Dhavalji, your voice is not audible, ji.
Meanwhile, Kantiji wanted to say something.
Yeah, okay. So until that, Kantiji, you want to speak?
Discussion around learning experience happened.
And Dhavalji,
And
we lost your
you know,
voice.
help all yeah. Are you able to hear me now?
Yeah, you can you please?
Yeah. Just a minute. So see, I think one of the ambiguities that we are facing as a group is around AI itself. Largest source of ambiguity as we are facing as a group is around AI itself. And, as much as we can reduce that ambiguity, that will be helpful to each of us in understanding how to take work from AI. Okay, so I'll share a very simple example. Let me share my screen for 1 minute. What is happening particularly with generative AI in general?
Your
is
screen
that-
went away, Dhavalji.
Yeah. Just a minute. I'm trying to start it again. What is happening with generative AI in general is two things. One is that it is lacking subject matter expertise. And second is that it is lacking depth. Okay, it is very good at helping you to do the tasks as long as you have subject matter expertise and you have enough depth of what you are trying to do. Okay, so I'll give you a very simple example here of one thing that I was doing using ChatGPT.
We lost it.
I'll share my screen. Are you able to see my resume?
Yeah.
Okay. So I generated this resume using ChatGPT and Gemini. Okay. Now this is a 3-page resume. Okay. Now the way I had to generate this resume is list down my skills, list down my projects, list down the experience in terms of companies, list down the way my skills were used in projects, individual projects, each of them. And list down the impact those projects had at an org level. So I had to provide a very, very, very detailed, accurate specification of what I want out of this resume. Okay. And that specification itself took me 2-3 days outside the scope of Gemini and ChatGPT. And once I gave it to ChatGPT and Gemini, I was using both of the tools, it generated this particular piece of text, but it was not accurate. I had to give it very specific instructions like this project has this detail presented in a wrong way. Correct it in this way. Okay. So even for this 2-3 page resume, it took me 2 to 3 days of 4 to 5 hours of work a day to season it and perfect it as per the expectations I had. And this is knowing that what industry wants out of a profile like me. So I was knowing exactly what I want out of this resume in terms of what I wanted to present as technical skills, what I wanted to present as projects, what I wanted to project my impact of work, as well as what the industry wants. So using all that knowledge, I was able to drive this process of resume creation, and it took some time. Okay, so I think the ambiguity we are facing here as a team is that AI itself is very hard to work with. Okay, other things are there. We can do other improvements. And this is the same level of difficulty we encountered while we started creating software solutions as well. You know, when we work with AI tools for software development, we did not just say that develop this kind of for me. We had to give it a very detailed specification of what tools to use, what is the expected workflow, okay, and small actions like on this screen, do this, on this screen, do that. So all these things I had to specify in order to get work out of AI. So I think the problem we are facing is as a group, and the ambiguity we are having is that AI itself is very hard to work with, and to get very good output from AI, it's not easy. So I think we will need to take that into account when we have our discussions and when we proceed.
So, Dhavalji,
Yeah,
I would like to just rephrase the last two sentences.
yeah,
I would like to say AI is more like a, for lack of better example,
correct.
it is more like a beginner in a particular, let's say, area of work.
Yeah,
If you take a beginning teacher, if you take a beginning doctor, if you take a beginning UI developer, if you take a beginning cook, a beginning cook has a general understanding, but has not yet figured out exactly how to bring all the things together to make whatever you need happen.
Correct.
So as a seasoned cook, how would you guide? You would first make them, okay, clean the vegetables. Now, even clean the vegetables is not a good enough instruction for a beginner. You may have to say, okay, take those tomatoes, keep them in this basket, Now take this basket and put it under tap. Now open the tap also may have to be given as an instruction. So when you notice the nature of how you would train an initial person,
Correct.
there's a lot of step-by-step approach that you would take. Now, again, depending upon your own mindset, you may call it as a very tough task, or you may call it as I'm just training a beginner, right?
Correct.
So maybe I would like to draw only that as a rephrase. It is not really tough. It's not really difficult.
Yeah.
I, as a whoever I am, if I'm a mentor, if I'm a teacher, if I'm a UI developer, if I'm a backend developer, I need to be able to acknowledge that the technology that I'm dealing with, the AI, is a beginner level person.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my point being, we should not strain ourselves because AI is not working as we expect.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Hey,
that is the point. Yeah. Yeah.
100% with you on the example you gave and
Yeah.
all the steps you suggested.
Correct.
Because I do not want us in this group to carry the feeling that we are dealing with a very difficult situation. We are not. It is
Correct.
just that we have to acknowledge that we have to become a lot more mindful of the level at which we want the things to happen.
Correct.
Just to give you one more example,
Yeah.
see, if let's say we have to specify something to Dhavalji, okay, we want some application. We simply have to say to Dhavalji, we want student-made application which needs to help students learn better. This one line of instruction leads you after say n number of weeks a well sophisticated front end like what you are seeing as student made.
Correct.
Because I cannot expect the same thing from, say, for example, my son who has just now started learning Python programming.
Correct.
I have to break it down to a level of, okay, today you just work on this part of the screen. This is the screen, how it should look like. When you push this button, this is what needs to happen. So I need to go to that level, right?
Yes.
So the level at which the granularity at which the specification has to be given is different. So as a group, we need to acknowledge that the AI of today is not yet at a stage where you can deal with it like Dhavalji. You cannot say, develop a student made for me. It will do a lot of wrong things. You have to realize that it is at a student who has just now learned some skills, basic skills. If we keep that in the mind, we'll be a lot more patient and successful with what is happening.
Yeah, so I would want all the teams to be stress-free and strain-free, because of the fact that it is not us but the AI which is not capable enough.
We have too much of high expectations from AI saying that do everything, but
It will.
But you have to treat it.
But it takes time. Yeah. So we cannot have it today. We have to acknowledge that we are not yet there today. Very soon it will be there. What is that soon? Quote unquote, that is
Very far. So just again, throwing off one idea, suggestion. Do we need a more detailed specification when it goes to Dhavalji? Would that make sense? Is that the way the discussion is going?
No, what is happening is right now we're talking about content-wise. How do we, what should we be creating and how we should be creating? So right now, one of the struggle is it is taking time to create the right quality of content.
Yeah, he said depth and expertise is not there.
Right. And that is because the tool that you are leveraging is not yet there. So maybe that has been undermined in our initial thinking. When we initially thought, maybe there was a thinking that it is as simple as you say something and then it will appear, right? So now reality is different. So we just have to tune how we should approach it using that.
So then the follow-up question is, should we have a phased approach? Is that how we should manage expectation? Like phase one, we will go through this and then phase two will be better. Would that make sense?
Excellent point. That is how it should be. But what is phase one? What is that phase two? that also requires some amount of sitting together and discussing.
Yes, we should do that.
And now the teams have started coming together around that. See, so far, it was primarily worked on by the tech team. And then now in the last 4 weeks, it is in the field with the mentors and the teachers. So there is
The feedback is
feedback is
coming.
coming,
The shortcomings.
which is a very perfect thing, which is a very natural thing. Right. So now the realignment in terms of okay, what is the realistic expectation and how we should organize ourselves.
Accordingly, yes. So
Yes.
that we map the
That is
I
happening.
think probably a maturity model or something like that to manage the expectation as to at this stage, this is the outcomes we can expect
Correct.
in 3 months, 6 months.
Yeah. And that conversation has begun, but now it has to continuously happen, and that is what is happening now. See, now lot more feedback is coming from both mentor side, teacher side, operations team side, tech team side, which is a very good thing.
The feedback
Feed-
loop to enrich the system.
Right? Feedback is not to be concerned at all. Feedback, just because there is an issue, none of us have to feel the strain of it.
Okay, that's the emphasis we want.
Ah.
Okay.
Issue is not the problem. When there's an issue, like how Dhavalji now said, what is the root cause of it? So it's good that we all are expressing. And what Dhavalji should today showcased is one of the way we can start thinking about how to interact with the AI because of its own maturity.
Right.
Yeah.
One more thing, Vijayji and Darshanji, I think so that day Shardaji also spoke about it, is the stopgap arrangement. So the concern which we are facing now is, now we are taking English as a subject to go into a deeper level. And by that time, other 3 subjects are not getting ready. Should we continue with the same content where, kids are facing problems and we are addressing the issues, considering there is a lot of reading and sometimes it is just the pages are copy pasted from the book and just, we have put it in the content. So what is better? Like let them sit in the front of system and learn because the same content is given in the book also. So that is one of our concern. How should we go ahead? Like, Vijayji, that was the concern. Like, should we wait till the time the proper content and the other problems we are facing through whatever we are going through? How to go ahead? Let them sit
I
and.
think that is the, if please correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that is what you are going to focus on Friday, right? You're going to take one particular subject.
Yeah.
So I'm highly confident that more and more such conversations, more and more such workshops happen. It will only lead to a betterment. And I'm very positive that a solution will emerge out of that in terms of what is the interim solution. If you recognize Belaji, about 2 months back when first time all the teams came together, there was maybe a general understanding of what the system and how the learning is going to happen in the mentor's mind. Maybe tech team had dealt with it from a tech viewpoint, and the teaching team had been thinking about it from a content viewpoint. Now, after about 4 weeks of actual on the field, all the 3 teams have that much more maturity now in terms of what the feedback that is coming from the ground to come back and revisit and to see, okay, what is the right practical next step to take. So to your question, that is what I feel. I'm hopeful that the Friday conversation will start giving the right direction.
Okay.
I also had raised a similar query to what Belaji has done. So as a parent, what I felt is,
1 minute, Ashwini ji, I'm not able to hear Ashwini ji properly. Just.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So I have also raised the same similar query to probably what you have mentioned. So as a parent, also what I'm seeing is how do we reduce the screen time for children? So if I would want my children to use StudentMate only for interactive content, something like videos, maybe quizzes, and any other interactive things. If there is something which they have to read from the screen, I would rather say, why don't we take printout of it, make worksheets, and they see they read worksheets or textbooks for it. So this was something I think when we met also, that was my concern. Even now, I would like to just reiterate and bring it to your
Yeah.
if it
So
is interactive content, please keep student made only for interactive content. If it is something
yeah,
they don't need to look at the screen, then let us make it worksheets. Uh, uh, it might even be easier for you to just take printout of those PDFs which are being sent, or whatever is put in student mate also, anything, whichever is convenient or better for the children. But can we look at how we can reduce the screen time for the
correct, correct. That is what my concern is here, Vijayji. Like we all are going ahead together and doing our own best. But in that time process, it should not happen that kids are just sitting and reading and reading and because it's the same thing, whatever is given there in the book. So few things, if we have to make them aware using the laptops and content, we can bifurcate it till the time because on Friday, once we will start the meeting, again that thing will go into the process. And when it comes again into the student meet, it will take time. All these things are time consuming. In this time consumption, we want kids to be engaged and not to get distracted. One other thing which we have observed that if some lag is there in the content and we have to go around the Gurukula, kids are getting distracted because of the lack of interactive sessions. Me and Shilpa are trying in a very different ways, but how far and how to go ahead with it? Um,
Yeah, no,
I
fair concerns, so that's what I'm saying. I think it requires that face to face with the content team and the mentors and with the tech team being there. So I don't think we can solve it through a Zoom session here. The concerns are valid. What kind of practical right next steps to take should emerge in a face-to-face collaborative conversation, Belaji. So, is it okay if it is reserved till Friday?
no.
Yeah.
So we can put the timeline. Like, see, if we are forgetting few things here, we are meeting on Friday. We can put one timeline, same 15 days or so. So kids are learning till now. So for them to go ahead with the same process and same content, that is not the issue, Vijay. We can go ahead. We will go ahead. But then with this, we should put some timeline that by this time, if these things are ready, then we will wait. Otherwise, some better stopgap arrangements we will go ahead with. Like maybe if we want to put this concern in Taiga or how a tech team is going to put this thing as a concern, especially when we are talking about kids. So that is what one thing I would like to put, like how much waiting time should be there.
So one thing here, Belaji, I want all of us to also acknowledge. See, what is the final solution that we are delivering is a mix of some technology, which is enabler. On top of it, there is what we generally call as the content. And on top of it, how it has to be delivered in terms of, let's say, what other human experiences have to be integrated. It is these three layers. So the final product is a sandwich of these three layers. And how these three should be combined in a way that it is most effective is what the focus needs to be. Because, if you focus on only one aspect, oh, the content is as is in the book, then we are taking a lopsided view. Or, oh, that tech should be this way. Then also we're taking a lopsided. So it is a combination of these three layers in the sandwich. There is a base layer, which is a tool layer, which enables all these things to come together. On top of it, what is the right way the content has to be structured for this kind of a learning process. And on top of it, what kind of human experiences, interactions we should layer. These three layers together is what makes the final solution a palatable and enjoyable for the children. So our focus should be on now, given that each one of the layer has these many, whatever the current capabilities, what is the right next step to take? How do we layer them? Where we should do what is how the conversation should be, Belaji, on Friday. Does
Okay.
that make sense?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So otherwise, again, we should not go into a tool mindset. It is not some kind of a software problem that we are dealing with right now. We are looking at how to create that experience in the child, and the experience creation is happening through these three layers. Are you able to see what I'm saying, Belaji?
1 minute, huh? Just a minute. Yeah.
Yeah. Am I able to? Are you able to relate to what I'm saying as three?
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah. So therefore, on Friday, let the conversation be okay. So in order to create this final experience in these three layers, how we should operate, what we expect. That is how a system will start now evolving.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any other topic that needs to be discussed as part of the Delight agenda? Shilpa ji or Darshan ji?
Vijayji, I
Nothing.
had one aspect. It's not concerned with the content as such, but the Paravidya part of it, that is the Bhagavad Gita, the Eileen modules, and the Kathajyoti part has to be integrated into the student mate. So, should that be put in the Tiger, or should it go parallelly? Is what I just wanted to know.
So there is already an effort underway, Kanti ji, where Ashwini ji, Satyavati ji, they have already started, and
Yes.
Vaishali ji, they have already started adding the Bhagavad Gita and iLead content. As far as our Gurukula children are concerned, they will receive all this content through student mate only.
That is still under discussion.
No,
Okay, we will decide that.
That one is clear. Yesterday we had a discussion.
Okay.
As far as iLead as a vertical is a separate topic, let's not mix up. That is what we decided. As far as Gurukula is concerned, they will consume the Paravidya content. See, we have 6 STEAMS, right? The S is self-development. So self-development subject will appear here. Yeah, so already that content has started coming up in the student mate, Kanti ji.
Okay, Vijayji. Okay.
All right. Any other topic anybody wants to bring up? Yeah. So let's all focus on the face-to-face on Friday with the intent of these three layers: the underlying tech layer, the middle content layer, the final human interaction layer. How should we blend these three layers? What should be the right proportion of or the right mixture and right elements in these three layers? Okay, so with that, I think we can conclude the Delight meeting. So the rest of the team, the tech team, will continue here. So Darshan ji, Bela ji, Shilpa ji, Kanti ji, you're welcome to stay back. But we will now switch the agenda and then go to other topics.
Okay.
So do you want to continue or do you want to drop off?
We will
Okay.
drop off now. Yeah.
Okay. If so, can we say an ending prayer?
Sure.
Om Asato ma Sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Hari
Hari
Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om ji. Okay, so
I feel everybody's on time because of this meeting.
hmm?
Because of customer delight meeting, everybody from tech team is on time.
On time. But I think
Except Balaji's plan.
maybe hopefully next time onwards it will be shorter. Maybe this is first time, no, it took longer. Okay, next topic was going to be the butterfly items. Are there any topics that you want to bring up and discuss?
No, I think me and
Do you want to
Shravanji will, Dhavalji and Shravanji will sit together and we'll clash.
Just so that everybody is aware, is the distinction between the delight board and the butterfly board clear?
We'll name it something else, no, why? But
Why not?
why not? Let others come up with other ideas.
Okay.
Huh?
This is internal.
Butterfly.
What is tech issues? Tech issues means internal only, right?
Why it was named as butterfly? I don't know.
But why butterfly? Because see, the moment we say anything as issue, no, mentally you get into a painful situation. Okay, so it is not an issue. It is something that we need to resolve and move forward.
Correct.
Now, a butterfly is usually very light, colorful, very easy on the eyes. So, and our Ashwini ji is like a butterfly. So she's very halka, fulka, colorful, light. So yeah. No, honestly, quite honestly, I think tech teams get into a lot of stress because of the way they
But in
name
that
things.
there is red everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, you use different colors. You use a kesar color or you use yellow color. You choose the color code.
Big progress.
Yeah.
Big progress.
When done, if you want a blue, you put blue.
Yeah.
You pick the colors. Or green for
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah.
In a way, red is good. I can catch those things easily. Shravanji quickly caught it. There is one red there. What is it?
So,
Yeah.
okay, she has access to the delay butterfly, no? Just that once everybody sees it
Yeah, I'll put
in
it
in
there.
the
That laptop. Customer board here. Doing a tech issue.
no now. Oh, you log in as you know that way it will. Oh, your password. Oh, you logged in using your Gmail.
GitHub, no? Sign in with GitHub.
Is that what you done?
Shall I show it from my screen only?
And you can share. You can stop sharing here. Then you can go
Or I'll go
to.
see the part. What video do you have?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to today share my screen directly on that. Or I will. Okay, I can log in. I can log in. Wait.
With Gayatri's GitHub, she can log on. He has got logged on. Oh. Anybody who's able to, even Shravanji has access. You have the.
Okay, I'm bringing it up. So see if it appears for all of you.
Okay.
Okay, is my screen visible? You have also joined. Turn off your volume.
Yes, yes. Yes.
No. Okay. Am I audible? Anupamaji, am I audible to you?
Yes, जी.
Okay, all right. And also you're able to see the screen, right?
हाँ जी.
Okay. Yeah. So this is the Delight board, which is where, our stakeholder teams, teaching team, content, mentor team, tech team, operations team, various teams can raise whatever topics that they feel needs to be addressed, right? So think of it like a single window. So the team led by Gayatri ji, then Rajita ji, and Anupama ji, these three are part of the Delight team. So anybody has any issue anywhere in the system, they don't have to know whether it's a tech issue or a content issue or what is the nature of the issue. They can raise that topic, yeah, to this team, and that will get logged here, customer delight board, and that is what we discussed in the morning. That is where a larger stakeholder team will come. So we will not do a deep dive analysis. It is meant for discussion and making sure that all of us are together.
Can I also come on Friday? Mysore, you're going?
I am not going.
Whoever is going, they're going, no? Mysore?
Wait. That's a separate topic.
We'll take it up.
We can think separately. Then comes, there is butterfly board, which is where all the tech means what? Now our tech team is doing some development, right? And they release some solution. That solution has to be verified before it goes to usage. And during verification, our Ashwini ji, as the validation lead, she has to validate and put up stamp of approval. So for all such purposes is this board. Okay, this is called as the butterfly board, and that is what you're seeing here.
So to summarize, all issues raised by tech team come to any one of.
It comes to only tech team issues only come to.
Then I will assign it to whichever team.
Okay,
There is a platform team by Shravanti, and then Dhavalji's UI team, and content. So I will assign it to whichever
team is there, and it is tracked.
It is tracked here.
So this is the full repository.
This has all the issues that are there so far. And once it is fixed, I'll have to test it again and then close it. Many are in new state here, so I'll have to close it.
Okay, and you have used
And
red,
then-
amber, green or something
To see, say the severity,
Brilliant.
which is whether it is high or medium, like that.
And we classify it as an issue just because it is a big thing, or as per plan, it has exceeded what we planned earlier, just for my.
No, these are issues, technical issues which in the code, whatever errors we find.
Okay.
They're in the software parlance, you can call them as bugs. So it was
Okay,
supposed to
bugs.
work in, it's supposed to work in a way, but it is not working in
That
that.
code is different, this code is.
Okay.
That is for all general.
These are purely technical.
This is purely
It's not
technical.
working, it's broken.
Ah.
So in that sandwich, there are 3 layers in the sandwich.
That layer, content layer.
Ah.
that layer.
So there is a tech layer, right? Which is
That
nothing but
one. This work stream, we can say, the work stream, this is the technical work.
yeah.
With all the bugs.
Yeah, right. Whereas the delight board is at a sandwich level, somebody has a problem. They don't know which team has to address, but at a sandwich level, somebody wants to express. When she expressed last after Belaji, she was expressing as a parent.
Not
Yes,
a
yes, yes, said it as a parent.
Yeah.
You wanted more interactive. And those are real program issues, I would say, because we've gone live and now you're having feedback. So this is post go live. feedback.
Correct.
So
That will be in the delight.
that will be the got it. Thank you.
So sandwich issues and the bottom layer of the bread issues. Okay, all right. Great. So is there anything that we need to discuss as far as that hierarchy change is concerned? Has it gone live?
That's.
It has not yet gone live. Today we go live in the production.
Okay.
We are trying to put the Git release model. So for that I had to sit with Kiranji, was not available yesterday. So today I will sit with him. Then I'll make that. So by tomorrow morning, it should be in production.
Tomorrow,
But Monday morning.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Then when will I
Just-
test it?
it should be tonight, but in case if there's anything else tomorrow, we'll just see him. Monday it should-
Not well, no?
So Monday we can upload.
ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನಾನ್ test
No.
ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನೀವು ಅವ್ರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ I should test it a little bit.
Only thing that we have not addressed the correct is the first one, that erratic behavior of the cloud arbiter. I don't know if they have shown it to.
But this was solved, no? That they had solved long back when you were in US, no? And Kaniji was traveling, no? This was long back. Though I had put it in my XLS. No, it's closed. First one is closed. No, it is closed actually. It is closed. This was long back. It was in my XLS. So everything which is important from there, I put it in Vega so that we don't miss it out in the future.
Then we are good. I saw, I did see that. It was coming in.
It was long back.
I thought you said the filter new and that was still there.
No, it's closed.
Okay.
But it's quickly if anyone can tell you the hierarchy, what is it about?
No. When we moved to production, no, there was some error in the time.
So,
The hierarchy is the subtopics, subtopics. Subtopics. No, it's called, hierarchy change is a subtopic changing how the lesson is can.
Have you seen the student print application?
No, I show her, it's show her.
Okay, so maybe once when you see that, you will have a better context. Yeah.
We have lesson, then chapter, then we have like that. So that hierarchy we change.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's why we needed to go live because we have to test and.
Oh, yeah, yeah, the change is coming in. Once the change comes in, I'll test it once and then they can start using.
So that content is not yet live for students.
That means it is, the older hierarchy is there. The new hierarchy is not there.
Okay, based on the.
On the new hierarchy, it's a new feature which has come. So we keep releasing features. So we have to test that once.
Okay, so the
flight has taken off the.
Flight test taken up. Okay, all right. Great. So, Shravanji, you are fairly confident. of
Oh,
moving
it is coming from one meeting to another. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, if,
No, no,
that release mode, that has explained to Kavanji once we come and in fact, I know also.
So maybe the three of us can review
Reviewed,
first.
operated, maybe even, but because she needs to.
The
see
word
the-
hierarchy is the
of
same.
the release.
It's
Her as in,
subtopic.
Ashwini.
One topic is
Sure.
there, one subtopic.
So,
is
that's
there.
it. Otherwise, we can do, I can, right now, do, but I wanted to keep the, one delay to be deployed also. Yeah.
So, in English, we are not, they wanted.
Technically, we will have had two releases.
Yeah.
But one is hierarchy, another one the release,
Yes.
release. Finally, in order to do that, I need permissions and things like that. I could get.
Okay. So we can sit and review.
So this is the hierarchy that we have. So take that piece. But they want one more. In subject, topic, subunit, then so that the database level, that so that they can be. It's a very small.
Even if the release is not there, we can manually do the, but it's easier.
Yeah.
Even Kanti ji is asking for ID thing, so that also needs this subtopic change. So once this is done, we will start putting. Kanti ji was asking for ID, right? That also needs this subtopic change.
Yeah.
So once this is done, I will start putting those lessons. This is the second which we have not uploaded. But Vijay, that that anyway, we need to discuss once Damalji come about the class, Google Classroom versus.
No.
For now?
Let's not mix it.
No, after this discussion. we
No,
can
I
discuss.
understand. But here is a simple guidance.
No, I understood your point, Vijay.
As far as Gurukula is concerned, let's simply bring it into student made.
But for me also, the effort is I have to put here also, I have to put there also.
Don't already work your mind towards that. That vertical is not even the point of discussion today. Today, we have to serve the Gurukul children. Why are we already thinking about that?
Oh, because I'm getting, Soumyaji is going to start art classes now. Not for the Gurukul children, for IDIT we are going to start it.
See, if you're going to start it for Gurukula, then it has to be in Gurukula platform, right? As simple as that. Okay, we cannot have them go somewhere there, somewhere here. So focus on Gurukula. As far as non-Gurukula, that is I lead as a vertical, that let's have a separate conversation. Let's already not mix up our mind. Let's stabilize with this first. We already have too many moving pieces. Let's already not bring another, dimension to this. So that is what I told yesterday also to Prabhuji, Dhavalji, Gayatriji, everybody. Otherwise, we are getting caught up in so many whirlpools of discussions. Let's keep it aside for the time being. Yeah. So let's focus on the Gurukula.
It's more question because it just gives the tension. Is the ID part, program part of the Gurukula curriculum or
Yes.
is it part of the Gurukula?
It is.
Okay,
Yes.
then.
It is.
Plan on when it will.
I lead is a separate business vertical. So the way Guruji's thinking is, there is Gurukula as a vertical, I lead is a vertical, L&D for corporates as a vertical, homeschooling as a vertical. Is a separate vertical. It's a separate thinking process altogether. In terms of, what is your business strategy? How do you attract people?
Okay.
Run. So therefore, right now we have not even had that conversation.
Right, so it's not the answer to the question whether it's part of the Gurukula curriculum.
Yeah.
No.
It is.
It is part of, okay, so therefore, I lead. So in the Gurukula, right, there are 6 major subjects. STEAMS. Science, then
Technology,
technology,
entrepreneurship, art,
entrepreneurship,
maths, and self-study.
and self-development, right? Self-development is where the I lead content is going to come. So it is part of the streams as far as Gurukula is concerned. So we need to today solve for streams for Gurukula. How do you solve for that? Today, how do they consume the learning content? Through student made. So solve for that for today. Because the vertical discussion is another can of worms, right? So let us stabilize first. Here we have not yet stabilized.
So within that, we have to have the ID section.
Yeah.
And that is a phased approach, or is it like it has to be loaded in production soon?
It has to
I'm
be
trying to
loaded.
understand the urgency, why?
It has to be loaded in whatever the way they progress. It doesn't have to be all at once. Over the next few months, it has to come. Already initial bids have started coming in. So like that, it has to come in.
And we have a plan so that we orient ourselves, I think. When do you really feel like, okay, this is delayed? You feel, what I sense is you feel like it is.
It is delayed.
It is delayed. So delayed. This is what, there was a plan that it should go on 15th August and they are 16, is it like that?
It's the time
It is
as such.
No, again, it's a matter of.
I don't want to open to get it.
No, it is
But we understand
flexible.
how you
No, we are
prioritize.
flexible. No, we
Yeah.
are flexible about it. So
Yeah,
So what has happened is, while we should have been focusing on the Gurukula content,
the core content will be, and this one is not a core.
it is core content.
but
So you need to get this picture clearly so that the conversation is clearer. See, as far as the Gurukula is concerned, in the right, it's a core content. So there is no doubt. There is no doubt.
It's a
It is
core content.
core content. This is vertical one. We are now where we are getting mixed up is there's another vertical.
ID.
Right? This is the I lead vertical. Here also the word is I lead. Here also the content that we need to load is I lead content.
Same content both are having.
The same content, but the verticals are totally different, and the way they may have to be structured here maybe could also be
Yeah, that's for
different.
the business, that's a higher level.
Higher level, right?
That's.
So therefore, what we are getting caught up in is how do we solve for this at the same time solve for this?
We will solve for this one.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's all the clarity we need to have. We are not solving for this, so let's not get
In
diluted.
the back of my mind, I wonder why it's different, because both are the same, so if we're solving for this one, it should be equal to that one, but
Once we solve for this, if we get over this,
that should be fixed, right? Okay,
Yes.
nothing-
ideally, but today I don't want to already have an opinion.
Correct.
Yeah,
Because,
okay.
because we don't even know what the business is.
How we will interface with it, and yeah, it's a this was vertical, we keep it separate. But apparently, if we do this, we got a great percentage of this one total.
Yes.
Today burning issue,
Is
if
this.
you have to talk about it, is this.
This,
Yeah.
they both are burning issues for me.
No, wait,
Don't
don't worry yourself. Don't worry.
Now we
Sir,
are
I am too strong for the business
I
problem.
know, I'm saying, but I need also now it's delayed.
Yeah.
Okay, I hear not for this discussion. It's out of this.
Yeah.
Yes, so this discussion, it is not personal. That's what I did also is this thing. Okay, I was,
Based on the.
but anyway, right now our talk is only about Gurukul, so I will talk only about Gurukul.
So there is set to bring it to the student meet, right? And the problem is solved for now. That is what you are doing.
I am saying for in Gurukula also or any in self-management, if we take Bhagavad Gita or we take eyelid modules, they are self-study, so they come into student meet.
Correct.
But if we take, for example, art, let's say now right now what they are doing is Gurukula teachers are doing, mentors are doing is they're bringing in a music teacher, they're bringing in a yoga teacher. They have brought in, which initially we had thought we will not, it will be going to, everything is going to be self-study. But they realize some things cannot be done as self-study, for example, yoga, music, etc. So even art also, for that matter, you cannot say, I will draw something, I will look at a video and I will learn to draw.
Correct.
You need a teacher to check whether it is really correct. Even maybe maths also, they may need an interaction with the teacher. So all those things, StudentMate is right now not supporting an interaction with the teacher because StudentMate is good, was designed for self-learning only.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a discussion what we had yesterday, and that you are not part of it, Vijayji. But Dhavalji, myself, Rajitaji Guruji, we decided that for eyelid we will go for a Google Classroom where we will have discussion with the teachers. The art course what we are going to start in another month or even 15 days, I think the art teacher is already ready. You're going to have interaction with the students. So for that, we thought we'll go with Google Classroom. So though I know what you're saying is right, right now we'll start off with eyelid modules and Bhagavad Gita. Aramse we can put it in StudentMate. But subjects where, let's say, Vakjyoti or other things which come up later on, our StudentMate is not designed to support such things.
Let's.
That we will take up later. That's what those subjects are not there in the curriculum.
Fair. But just briefly, let us touch upon it. What do we mean is not supported is, see, there are two parts to any of these learning. One is what is the content to learn, and that content to learn many times comes in the form of a video or some material, right? And that is already supported. Now the other part where they may have to do something and then show, right? Now that interaction is usually a Zoom-based interaction. It's a live interaction.
Yes.
So your Google Classroom also doesn't necessarily support it.
No, but at least we can, this child, when they see the video, they can write and say, ma'am, I did not understand this. They can put a chat. And then madam will look at it. And then she say, yeah, this is some kind of that to and fro is there, is possible.
Correct. So if you need the to and fro, even for these streams here, right? Now that is the whole topic that came up with Belaji. She also is feeling that some kind of a touch point is needed with the teachers. Now, how do you bring that touch point for now? For now, it can be brought in by simply bringing the conversations into maybe some kind of a Google chat group or to some kind of a WhatsApp group, somewhere where children can still express. So maybe as soon as they get into a particular topic, right? Say, let's say they are learning the science, 6th grade. So there's a group called 6th grade science, where they can go and pose their question. So all you need is some kind of an interactivity. And the interactivity will have a question and answer format with a person. And it will have some kind of a interaction through some Zoom session kind of a model, right? Now, both these are not inherently supported by Google Classroom or in StudentMate. They're not inherently supported.
I think Google Classroom, I have not checked it. But I think we can, previously when I saw it a few years back, that time we could actually.
You could pose the question there, and then the teacher will have to anyway look at it. So now all of that is what is happening here.
But anyway, I think we will let Dhavalji come for this because it was very clear that yesterday that StudentMate is meant only for self-learning, not for interactions like this.
which I want us to challenge ourselves.
So
Reason
then once
is-
he comes, let us discuss.
See, if it is only self-learning, then tomorrow, even when you're learning science topics, if you have a doubt and if your AI is unable to clear the doubt, what are you going to do? It's a feature that is not yet discussed as an initial feature. But at least in my mind, when I conceptually think about it, it is something that we need to still think, bring
No,
it.
because this is what I had in
Yeah,
mind, but
yeah.
yesterday Davaji said like this, that's why I'm saying like it's down.
Yeah.
And to discuss this thing.
Yeah.
So that's the best because I don't like Google Classroom, though it provides this, like you said, it was not designed for AR based thing. So tomorrow when Alta, Krishna comes, Yaksha comes and all, Google Classroom doesn't have that. I would want iLeaders to actually use student.
So for me, this is where interaction should happen. And during the interaction, whether it's a AI or a human, we can question that. See, what happens is, when we are thinking, right, we each one have a different vision of where the product can go. So it needs an alignment. So let's have that discussion.
So let's have this discussion. But each time I say we'll have discussion, I say this is out of scope of this
It is out of
meeting.
scope for
Let's take it
iLead.
out of this
That's why
meeting.
I'm asking, is there
It's
a
out of
plan?
scope.
But I'm saying iLead is part of GK only, no.
You
See, this
cannot.
point came up, important point came up or not, no. If I had not discussed, it wouldn't have come up.
Because we were talking about the blue box. We cannot
No,
talk
I'm
about the
talking
blue box.
about this idea.
If that is the focus, then we can discuss.
We should do that.
I am in section, Vijay said, no.
Because the conversation was getting confused.
You will not listen to me properly, you only
Okay,
hear
all
me,
right.
you are not
Am I
listening.
listening to you now or not?
Okay, now this small eye, red eye. Red eye.
Oh, it does. If it is,
Red
then
eye.
I put a dot there.
So bring clarity, then I can also say no. Why are we mixing up with the iLead? Why are we mixing up with the iLead and discussing at the same breath?
Means the word ID will not use it, I'll use it with your self-management, I'll say self.
No,
Self-study.
Everybody is getting confused when I say ID.
don't use eyelid.
Everybody thinks it's a blue box, it is actually
Self-development.
SM, no, SD, I'm talking about SD.
So if that is the case, then all of us are talking. All of us want to solve for that. And
This is the final S of STEMs, right?
No?
Self-development. Okay, I'll ask this question at last time. Is there a plan, like we know when, you said
We have not-
flexible, but then.
But we have
at the
not
same time,
fixed
we
it.
want everything,
I
we
know.
want blue box, red box, everything.
Yeah,
So we don't.
we have to put a plan, we have to put a timeline, we have to put.
so timeline is just a matter of now, what is that we want to see happen in the S? See, for S, there are two aspects that are needed. One is the self-learning aspect, that is, when they go through the content, they learn. The other one is the how do they interact? Now, how do they
How
interact
much?
is a separate topic altogether.
But not just.
See, you said, we have to focus and suddenly.
Yeah.
you're not-
Butterfly.
It's fascinating, okay, to see me eating like this.
No, butterfly. Vijay, I think at the same time to mention, no, yoga, it's not just interactive, it's like essential for you to learn. Like yoga, arts and some other.
So these other topics, they are going to come in, already they've started coming into the Gurukula.
This is again under SD, right? Oh, another one of the stems. It can't be right, science, technology.
Yes,
and
yes, SD.
It's SD only. So we have yet to fix how to do SD, whether it's interactive or content, both of them. That's your concern. I'm just trying to understand. what it is. And now there is no timeline, but blue box is not in the picture in this discussion.
No. That I will take it as a separate discussion later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, now.
But the challenges is the same, both are somehow related, like I said, if we
Hopefully
solve
we
here,
have
if we solve here, that will
90%,
get
but now
solved.
we will have detachment with that.
Yes,
But now, just to have a clarification.
Clarification.
Get detached. Okay, that is.
No, but the solution here will apply there.
So first.
And the problems there will apply here, so there is
Ah.
actually no detachment, both are connected, one line is there, invisible
For
line
you,
is
it
there.
is connected, for everybody else, it is detached.
It is detached,
Now
yes.
it is detached. Because I am not at home, I am
Yes,
not
yes,
attached to my
yes,
bed now.
yes.
So it's like that.
Okay, so as far as now the timeline is concerned, what should be the development approach for this problem? Okay, so now interactivity is needed. How do we bring interactivity? That requires a discussion, first of all, with the tech, within the tech team, so that there is a clarity of what is the right step to take. Okay, so therefore, we cannot already attach a timeline to it. However, can we go with the
Whatever we can do without that, not
interacting,
technically going ahead.
right? Yeah.
We can reverse engineering also. When do we want students to start studying that in that way? Then we'll have some middle path, right? Otherwise, we will say everything is urgent, everything we have to do now.
Yes.
It will be a bottleneck
Yes,
for
yes.
some
For everybody, for myself also.
For you. You are taking additional load
Extra.
out of for us. So.
And then how many chow-chows will you eat?
So
We'll have to get some other snacks also.
we can reverse it. When do we want to go live or production, whatever word we are using? From that
we
day,
can concentrate
reverse.
on it.
Right
Don't
now,
have now, we'll study for
Not exactly until it's on. But I'll enjoy it, not
Ashwini, there is some content of this I read, which you call self-knowledge right now in Gurukula. And it is part of this level 9, correct? Now, do you want this content to be stitched to each of the levels as you? That means one content of this content of I lead will be in this level, this content will be in this level.
That will
Or-
take it in a separate discussion.
Because
It is something which will take time to.
it will not only take time, it will affect, see, the feature that we want to look
Yeah,
at,
I
the
know.
progression. We need to look at it, whether you want to strictly look at a progression of a student within the curriculum subjects or.
This is for Guruji.
Oh, this was for me.
Yes, Guruji. I do everything and it's always Guruji.
Oh, okay. No,
Guruji, you are the easy way out. You are the easy way out. Anything no. Now I'll take it to Guruji.
No, this question is really for Guruji.
What is the question here? What is the question? I don't know. I still have a sore problem with what to give in a feature. Then I open a can of worms.
What is the question?
So right now, Guruji, apart from curriculum subjects, we also have certain
I need
I lead lessons in level 9. So okay, that's shown as another subject. But from what I've seen in I lead, there are several levels. Are we going to say these I lead lessons are at this level in which way? Or we have a generic I lead depending upon mentor's wish, he, she, lad, whatever she wants.
We have each level what? At Gurukula level, we have it. Saying that 6th standard they will learn basic Veda. 7th standard they will learn 700 slokas. 8th standard they will learn shloka plus meaning. Like that we have it.
So in which case, the tracking will be 6th standard, whether he has done a curriculum subject and Veda.
And then Veda level 1.
But the same content tomorrow if you give for separate, I need that lessons and all of them will appear at once in one place.
Yeah.
And somebody will choose whatever they want.
So basically, we should not mix the outside guys with this guy.
That's
We should not.
what-
That's
what
the
the
conclusion.
business-
We cannot have both simultaneously. Outside guys with Google Classroom. Do not mix.
Google Classroom is not there, this.
Actually, we have to replicate the content here at Google Classroom, that outside guys only Google Classroom. Okay. Guruji, Guruji, let's use, because a lot of people are getting disturbed. I have to replicate there, here, I have 100 things to do.
Why?
So right now, Guruji, if you don't mind, let's focus on the Gurukula.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Let's take up the IE topic separately.
This is separate.
I think it is creating a lot of confusion in the minds. Yeah.
But to answer your question, for Gurukula,
So
they will go step by step.
SK is just a subject for me.
What is that?
SCSC.
And
Yeah.
yes.
Self-knowledge. That it contains, I mean, is self-discovery. Self-knowledge is a subject.
Okay.
And it will be added like any other subject.
Not about your focus to anything else.
Yeah, for now, yeah, yeah. And Guruji will also, once when Davaji comes, we'll discuss, for some of the self-knowledge topics in the Gurukula, there is need for some kind of an interactivity. So apart from they doing self-learning, apart from they doing self-learning and learning through the AI, they may also need a human, interactivity. So how do we bring that into the solution? Is what we can, as a feature, we can discuss.
Like is
Yeah.
still on the way. We glad that it started. It's
What is right?
some layout and the Davaji has to come from his apartment. No? He has to
Oh,
put
he's
like
back.
some layout. Maybe.
Yeah. Almost half an hour back, he said, I'm starting from here. Okay, all right. So is that acceptable? Huh? Yeah, so
No, we didn't go down.
Right.
It's not acceptable.
feeling like.
Customer delight. Customer delight, please help me.
There is a time.
There are tears in her eyes.
Let
Can
there
somebody
be.
cry for her?
You are there to wipe, no.
No.
You are there to wipe.
She is crying for her children. She is crying for your.
Wipe.
You are.
That is why you are there.
Customer delight team.
Huh.
One.
Kerchief.
Smile on the
You should carry on some customer delight team should carry.
She's crying.
Why?
Attachment happens. Attachment. I get the attachment.
No.
I don't.
Ashwini, I read with business ability. I read with continuous Google Classroom methodology, which we have done earlier. Right?
Guruji, but yesterday we said not to have. We have discussed separately.
Gayatri Amma.
We had it separate. So it changed now. No, I'm
Please.
okay with everything.
Please, let's not get into the discussion.
In this
What Guruji is saying is,
discussion-
we'll discuss it separately.
Gayatri, what I'm saying is, in this discussion, let's not mix style, okay? I completely disagree with Ashwin. That's
So
the.
let's have a separate vertical
That's
discussion.
our vertical discussion.
Yeah.
That's nothing with this one. So that we have clarity on timelines, before we go reverse with the very production date.
Yeah.
And then like.
Then, so that, whether we need that feature, how, they're all that. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
No, correct.
No, that requires a double separate.
I have realized the importance now.
Because in our conversations, it's like what I feel is there's a web and there are some words, and those words, when you click, not.
How the other one catches those words.
So, okay, all right. So we can move to the next step. So we discussed the delayed team, and our delayed leader went missing. And our delayed leader has to be there for delayed conversation.
I am delightful. Give anybody else delight. This whole work thing is like her. She's able to find it.
Don't worry. So
Vijayji's voice. Vijayji also now lately his voice is not. It's become more strict now. Yes, very much.
otherwise, you are not listening at all. What to do? You continuously keep on going into that area. How to?
Leslie, no, it is not. I hate.
Today, when you
I
wrote on the board, otherwise that day you kept on hammering that it's I need.
Talk Leslie only. No, why will I talk? I need.
Okay,
Okay.
if that clarity is there, then done. It is done. Now we can talk about this. Now let us solve for the red box. Okay.
Oh, finally, Vijayji understood after so much time.
Okay, fair enough. What बुड्ढा लोग कभी कभी ऐसे करते हैं. माफ करना चाहिए ना.
No?
None. Okay.
Nice agent integration.
What is that?
Application integration.
Ah.
Actually, have something to eat. Yeah, ice cream. Ice cream.
Chocolate ice cream.
No,
Butterscotch.
vanilla.
But butterscotch.
Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Then Zora also just thinking about flavors. Yeah. It's breastfeeding, yeah. So I give it.
Okay, okay. I'll get it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, shall we go to the agentification discussion? Is
That board, I will discuss with Dhavalji and Dashraman.
Which one?
That board are some, Taiga board, I will learn.
The butterfly board.
But we'll check it out.
No, so now they're saying that by today night they will release the hierarchy.
Tonight or tomorrow.
Queen has approved.
She has to,
Yeah.
yeah, it is that.
Ashwini Mata has to bless us.
No, even I have to bless myself here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So changing the topic now then, the next topic is agentification discussion. That is where Komariji comes into picture. So now, one broad thinking that we had yesterday is that you can first of all understand the lay of the land by understanding what are all the different departments or rather groups of teams that are working and what kind of main workflow processes they are adopting. As an example, our Vaishali Ukkeriji responsible for the marketing and the sales. Then our Darshanji for content operations, Madhuryaji for content, then our Delight team, our validation team. So like that, there are multiple teams. In that sandwich example that I gave, the tech team consists of broadly 3 major divisions. There is a validation team by Ashwiniji. There is a platform team by Shravanji. Then there is UI team by Dhavalji. Those are the 3 broad teams within the tech. Within the tech, the bottom of the sandwich. Then when it comes to content, right now content team has 2 main teams. There's Madhuryaji and team from Purna Chetana who are developing the content. And then our Gayatri ji, Rajita ji and Anupama ji who are uploading the content for now temporarily. Very soon they need to hand it over to Madhurya ji and it hasn't yet happened. Till then, it is these 2 teams which are working together as far as content is concerned. Okay. Then we have our finally the user experience team, and that involves mentors. You met yesterday Sharda ji, Bela ji, Shilpa ji. That is the mentor team. Then our Vaishali Ukkeriji ji, who's for sales and marketing. So that is Vaishali ji. Then our Darshan ji is for operations, overall operations. Okay.
Darshan ji is for overall operation, but from customer, he is our ideal customer. No?
Yeah. No, he is part of the working team.
I thought Darshan is my mother's
husband. That is correct. But in terms of the
dual role.
In terms of the role, it is
No, they have to fight, no? They can't be.
Yeah, I'm right on that.
Yeah, no, but he
That
has the heart of
continues,
customer.
Yeah, if
He's our end customer.
when you say our end customer, who are we here?
then what she means is like Madhurya and
As far as tech team, are you referring as we as
Team
tech?
has a customer which is the Purnachitana school. Darshanji and Madhuryaji, they are tech team's customers. And their customers are the Gurukul. And Gurukul's customers are the parents.
I'm getting confused. Customers. Right now, use the word customer.
It comes back.
They are part and parcel of the working team.
Stakeholders, na? You are the.
Darshanji is a promoter, as well as he is running the overall operations. Okay, how do we run the Gurukula? How do we get the content? How do we attract new children? What kind of setup should we have? Is the content right? Is the tech right? So he is responsible for the chief operating officer. Think of him like that, right? So he and Kantiji are part of the operations team. Yeah. So these are the broad teams that are responsible today in running the various day-to-day things and various strategic things for Gurukula, the red box here, right? And there are 4 different verticals that currently being thought of. Gurukula vertical, then this iLead as another vertical, then homeschooling as another vertical, corporate L&D as another vertical. And even 5th vertical, which is, the whatever the content framework and the solution we're creating could be taken to other schools who are not directly Gurukuls. Say some school, say Rashtrottana, says, oh, I like whatever you've done. Can I use it? So these are separate verticals.
These are market facing business, if not for Gurukula discussion, which we are having now.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, this
So
is the.
identification is not for that one yet.
No, I'm not having an opinion. I don't know. I'm giving you lay of the land so that you understand. And in that, if at all I were to think about it, I would say, okay, where is the pain today? Today you can see the pain in Gurukula. Right. Whether it is
I think we are all great opportunities. Right.
No, you'll be called the greatest healer if you bring your magic bomb here.
Just trying to understand. So okay, got this one.
Yeah.
What else? So stakeholders got it, business, how we are trying to do the business verticals and the focus on Gurukula for now.
Yeah. Yeah. And within that, now, as far as the agentification is concerned, so within Gurukula, so marketing activity is one important. But today, what is burning is we have to make sure the learning experience becomes really good. Okay. Which is where in that sandwich, the 3 layers of the sandwich are coming together. The tech, the content, and the user experience, the learning experience team. So, if let's say any of their pains, either in content creation or content curation or evaluation, if any of the processes within this sandwich consumption, if they can be addressed through our agentification, it will start adding a lot of value to the current burning topics. The marketing is also a very important area, but right now, Vaishali hasn't necessarily started a aggressive marketing. But that will be another next big area. So if I were to prioritize, I would look at it in that way. Pain is here today. So if you can look at something to do here in terms of agentification, especially in the content area, that is where a lot of the pain is being felt. In content creation, curation, and how it is being delivered. Can we do something there?
I think from hearing in the this morning, I think before we get to agentification, there some other days in terms of the content. And when I was checking also on the student made, I see some of the contents are not loaded. So agentification is like for tomorrow, but for today we are not ready with what we are supposed to be. And I'm saying this with all empathy. I'm not being critical. I'm just trying to analyze.
No, you are being. Yeah.
I'm just trying to analyze.
Yeah.
So it looks like we are still work in progress on the foundation.
Yeah.
So identification probably the after tomorrow, but today we have to fix the foundation. Is that a correct alignment in terms of?
It's a correct alignment. Only change I would add there is, even in that, whatever the foundation that is being laid, there is an opportunity for agentification. As an example, content creation or content curation, can we look at agentification? Or evaluation process, can we look at agentification? So like that, there's an opportunity wherever. Maybe let's first agree upon what I mean by agentification.
That will be good.
So when I keep using the word agent, right? When we look at any business process, typically a business process has some kind of a action block, some kind of a decision block, some kind of a based on the decision, some routing happens, some other process. A process begins somewhere and the process ends. This is a general structure of any process, right? Now, what is agentification? In a given workflow today, if let's say I have to automate, let's assume, I am automating this part of the workflow. Then what is my traditional approach? Is to understand who the people are who are involved in this workflow. So I first gather the people part. Then I identify what kind of steps they take and what are their key goals. And how do they accomplish through these steps, these goals, is what I first identify. And then I look at, whether it can be converted into some kind of a application which has some UI, some backend, some database, some movement. This is the typical general strategy, right? While developing this, today, what is our approach? We understand, we specify, we sit and code all of these steps manually. Now, what is agentification? In this context, agentification is still, can I take this part of the workflow and create a solution which accomplishes the goal,
On the
outcome. But now, the role of the people, imagine, for this part of the workflow, 5 people are needed, working for at least, say, 4 hours per day. If let's say that is the way the current workflow is. With an agentification, maybe why is it taking so much of time? Maybe some of the action, they have to go and look at some screen and then verify, click some button. Or they have to think about and call somebody and take some decision. When agentification is being used, it is what part of this workflow can be automatically done. Because now we have a LLM in the mix of the thing, which can guide this process. Unlike the previous software development approach, where the software had to be thought by a human engineer after listening to the specification, today the same specification can be fed into an LLM. An LLM hears some English spec and can generate actually code on the fly. So using a combination of all these techniques, essentially you create a software system which is goal-driven rather than automation-driven. So far it was automation-driven. Oh, I can write this code to do this step. But now you have a possibility of creating systems which are goal-driven. Seek that goal, make that goal happen. Is the way the same software still has to come together, but because of this piece in the picture, you're able to accomplish this. This approach is what is being referred as agentification. Okay. So therefore, when we have to first of all approach it in this manner of looking, where instead of worrying about okay, what software will I write Python software or blah blah blah, I have to first of all understand the workflow. I have to identify what the key goals and can it be accomplished reliably or not. Is this process even right process for agentification? I have a LLM and I can generate various runtime configurations, but is this part of the process the right part of the process for agentification? Because this part of the process could be so clearly rules driven that it may not necessarily require agentification. Where do you need agentification? Where there is a lot of breadth in terms of the decision-making parameters. As a simple example, if let's say a 3-step protocol to identify whether this object is rectangle or not, you can agentify this recognition also because it's fairly well defined. Every time you keep on applying the same 3-step rules, so such processes are better done in the traditional automation approach. Whereas, if let's say so many variations, let's assume, there are some 100 rules that are to be evaluated and verified by different systems. So the complexity of the decision-making process is relatively where there is a wide is apt for agentification. So these are the next level guidelines that you can start coming up with. I'm not trying to go too deep into it already. This is what I mean by agentification. So therefore, I'm speaking the language which is, we have to identify among all these workflows, which is our most painful workflow, and whether that is an apt workflow for agentification. We have to, first of all, come up with a guideline. When do we want to apply agentification? When we don't need to.
Okay, I'll just take a step back. So right now, if I remember that PowerPoint that we just shared, generative AI agents, then agentification. It seemed like a three-step or three-phase. What you're saying is a little different. In the correct scenario, there could be like content creation, which we haven't loaded. If we make it outcome-based, it could be a use case for
Yeah,
agentification.
if in our workflow, let's talk about content creation as an example. That way we can be a little more clearer. How is the content creation happening today? Let's say they go and click some buttons in some, let's assume web page that let's say Gayatri ji or Rajita ji have created. They see something appear. Then, they say, okay, this part I'm not very clear why it is so. Then, they go to some other website, or they may open some textbook and then they refer, oh, this has to be corrected, and they go and correct it. And then after all this is done, they will want to see whether it is appearing correctly or not. After that is done, then they feel satisfied. Oh, this is.
So sorry to interrupt you, but just to clarify, this is not generative AI yet. This is basic manual as we used to do.
Yeah, how are they generating that content? That's a separately question. But let's assume these are the steps involved in making sure that that particular lesson is approved. Okay, these 3 or 4 steps that they take. Now they approve this content. Now what happens after they approve this content? After these 3 or 4 steps, it comes to our, let's say, Gayatri ji and Rajita ji. What do they have to do? They have to go to a tool called as StudentMate, TeachMate, where they have to click some 3-4 buttons, where they have to upload it. They have to make sure it appears correctly. After all that, suddenly they realize that, the image is not coming correctly. Then what they have to do? They have to go to some other website. There they have to modify that image. Now they come back and correct. So let's assume like that they have some 4 or 5 steps in this process. Now they push. Okay, is it ready for students? Not yet. Now this goes to our Shravanji and Pratibhaji. There they also have to do some operation level changes, so that it starts appearing for right students at the right level. So like that, broadly, 3 teams are involved in making a content appear for our end user. There is creation team that is responsible for creation and curation. There is the tech content team, which is responsible for adding the content. There is finally a platform team, which is responsible for making sure it appears for the right people in the right locations. Now, if you look at this broadly, say 3 plus 5 plus say some 3, right? These many steps are involved. So say some 11, 12 steps are involved. Now, is it possible for 1 or 2 or 3 agents to collaboratively work together here, which will now, whatever they had to do, if let's say they had to spend say 2 hours, the agent does it, finally they come and say, it all looks good, I simply have to click one button. So from 2 hours, can it be brought down to say 5 minutes? Like that is one approach you could consider for agentification. And during that process, you should also question whether the process they have defined is even necessary. See, the thing is,
Of course.
yeah, if it try to retrofit, we will always say the process is necessary, so therefore I will agentify the way the process is.
That's one.
So sometimes
you should do it
yeah,
even better.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I get your point, but I'm thinking if we don't have, again, traditional thinking, if we don't have the steps, we don't know the inputs, outputs, and the outcomes at
those steps.
basic levels.
Yeah.
Then how do we get agentification into? So we have to
You have to start with the process mapping only.
Process mapping.
Yeah. So there is no other magic bullet here. You have to sit with Madhurya ji, understand, okay, how are you doing? And model that. Typical process modeling, right? 3 steps. What is that they do? What is the input for that step? What is the output from that step? What is that they do in that step?
Yeah, we could go cyber or whichever way.
Yeah.
Applying with the output. We could do that.
Yeah.
Depending on how.
Yeah.
We don't want to over engineer, but at least.
Yeah. Yeah. So once we have that process model, which can be showcased as a sequence diagram, typically for technical purposes, when interaction has to happen between 2 APIs, we use sequence diagram, where one block talks to another block and what message it sends. So like that, you have different techniques. So process modeling is the starting point, then isolation.
But that's not how I do it. So it's good to be able to pinpoint examples to be able to say, okay, from here we get self-identification versus this type of approach versus generative AI, then AI agents.
Yeah. So the generative AI, we don't even have to think about generative AI when we are thinking agentification, for the simple reason that what is agentification? Given this workflow,
Outcomes.
Right.
Just want the outcomes.
Yeah. Like how, okay, what is Tushar responsible for in this team? What is Raju sir responsible for? What is that you are responsible for? What am I responsible for? So each one of us have a role to play and a certain outcome to produce. Correct? Likewise, these agents can be defined very human-centric way. There is a content creation agent whose job is only content creation. There is a content curation agent whose job is only content curation. Then there's a content upload agent. So like that, you can think in very human-centric ways, have personalities for those agents. Then, each agent is responsible for a certain goal. And then when you put 4 together.
So the head of that is probably still a person, head of agency.
Yeah.
Head of content agency.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
So like that, we'll have to start somewhere small so that we understand the working. So your challenge will be mapping the process, identifying which part of the process is apt for it, without having to worry about the Gen AI, LLM. The moment we specify, like in any other traditional software development, the hardest problem is specification. The hardest part today, why there is so much of pain? Because the specification, what is that we are dealing with, has not yet arrived in everybody's mind. And that is where pain is felt.
Okay.
And we have pain bombs.
The other question I keep asking about, sorry if I keep repeating myself. Timelines. Timelines. And the reason I say this, I am project manager at home, which means from everything I do with my kitchen.
Scope, time, risk
My kitchen
are ingrained in your DNA.
Yes. From the time I wake up, everything planning. Okay, what do I have to do today? Till evening, what do I have to cook? Okay, this is all my life. So sorry if I put a little.
No, it's
Perfect.
very, very good. But the stage at which you are dealing with specification, to arrive at the clarity of the specification, I may not want to put do it by tomorrow kind of.
No. Agentification, I see, if we take 2 steps back now, agentification is one work stream in our entire program plan. Program plan is launching, is making content available for students online, right? You see this as a goal. There are different work streams, 3 work streams for sure: technical, content, and user interaction, marketing, sales and marketing. And the final one, I'm calling it agentification. Now, maybe it embeds into each one of those, but timeline is important to understand when the release go live or get into production, or should agentification, like you said, already look at some use cases which are possible in steps. then it makes sense. Okay, I get a sense of what I'm trying to do and where I'm going and how you have done the work. Yeah.
So my input would be to look into what is currently happening and whether any pain can be reduced. That is my.
They don't have a plan, sorry. But I'm saying that
you're right, actually.
they don't have a plan. So she's saying, this is going live, I look at it, and when I double click, content is not there. She's saying it has to be more interactive, she needs things to be loading. So it looks like we are all trying to do something today itself,
Yeah.
and therefore, everything, that's all. So let's, if we get a plan there, it will already manage.
That's the whole idea of bringing the Delight team. So that the whole idea is they define the priorities and they define the timelines.
But customer to be happy, which is the first priority that we have to decide.
Okay, but different what I'm saying. It's not too different, but in a way it's different. You're saying bottom up. I will do this, I will make customer happy, which is fine. Top down also, we should think this is about that time. We should, they will convert at some point. But if you guys are driving it, you'll drive everybody crazy. If she's driving it, she'll drive everybody crazy. Because for her, is to make sure that all those are tick mark and everything is good. Maybe she has a sense of priority, but top down.
Not her priority. So for her, that is why the focus is she has to listen to, say, for example, Madhurya ji and Sharda ji. Let's take these two key stakeholders. Madhurya ji as a representative of the content, Sharda ji as a representative of the end delivery, final user experience. Now, among them, Sharda ji actually has to set the mandate because at the end of the day, her pain has to be all of our pain.
Yeah, it's some.
Right? Because at the end of the day, she is at the ground delivering to the students.
Yeah.
So her pain is very important for us to prioritize. So whatever she feels as the pain, that becomes the important work stream.
But we are not in pain management. We are in timelines or deliverable management. That's why I'm saying, have a program plan. I'm not saying in detail and MPG version, but at least we know these 10 things I need to do for this content to happen. Like we were talking about one example, which is a subheader, is it a headline? I don't know. Subtopic. It seems important, it's not important, but when we click it, it seems in the critical part, everything that is needed for us to be able to launch production, it seems it has a part to play. If that is not done, it will not happen. Therefore, that becomes priority. The rest could be good to have, but this one cannot, we cannot have it. So in that prioritization, that has to be top down. If we ask working teams about it, it won't work. So Sharda ji probably, as we referred, is the one to tell us what does she want. We work backwards on these or mandatory to have. Then the rest, we prioritize, but this is first priority, this is number two.
Correct.
If we don't have that sequence.
Yeah. And that process.
Yeah. And she will cry and she's adding another business vertical, which.
Yeah.
So that will help streamline it most. I'm just suggesting from outside of that. But I get your point. My focus will be on agentification.
No,
If I have a plan, like, okay, now I know whom to go to and what are the priorities. Everyone is in sync. Otherwise, we will spend much time in discussing.
No, first is actually as an agentification, before agentification, like you rightly brought out. See, which team you're going to be mainly working with? You're going to be working with our solutions team, Delight team. And
we'll use just one name, okay? Otherwise, I'll be very confused. Gayatri's name, customer delight, right?
Yes.
That's what you mean.
And also solution team.
so this Delight team is responsible for creating delight through solutions.
Okay.
They're Delight team. Fundamentally, they're Delight team. How are they going to create delight? By creating solutions for various issues that different customers represent.
So we are also for the solutions.
Your customer facing, Sharda facing.
We will be.
They will be facing
Because they're facing internal, I understand that.
they have two phase. They are two phase.
They're the bridge, customer.
Right?
We are meeting first time face to face.
So, they are the bridge. They are the bridge.
They're the bridge. So therefore, your involvement will be with them. Because at the end of the day, the agentification is a solution approach for essentially bringing delight. Right? And what you just now brought up, okay, how do we harmonize? How do we prioritize? In all those areas, you are essentially going to enable this team to function better.
This team doesn't have a timeline. We are working on, hello, I'm not making comments, sorry. I'm just,
No, you're talking
Expect-
about something I'm trying to listen, that's all.
okay.
As you might have seen from my timings that I am the most unreliable person.
I was trying to understand. We talked about identification. Where could we start identifying? So the first clarification for me was it was a three-step approach. First, generative AI, AI
Oh,
agents.
that was right there.
Guruji's PPT, right? Guruji's PPT and Vijay's thing never match.
Okay.
When it comes
No,
to
that is
working
incorrect. That is incorrect.
Yes.
What you need to understand
That
is
is vision.
there is vision,
Ah.
and this is at a solution level. See,
Yes. Operation level.
the operation level. So,
Vision is about 10 years.
Ah.
Yeah, you give tomorrow.
so it is not that they're not matching.
Yeah.
It is that this is being constructed in the light of that.
With that in mind,
Ah.
yes. So we.
So
we-
what I see is for 10 years, 100 years I see.
Yeah.
But 100 years I cannot be alive.
So that's why we all definitely need to understand the difference between vision
And action.
strategy and solution. Okay. Vision is broad stroke, and that is what our guidance is. That is how we are guided. We have to create a Navya, Divya, Bhavya Bharat, right? That is the vision. Now, how do you make it happen? Through Gurukul system, through iLead, through verticals. There are strategy level again guidance. Now, how do you implement that strategy into a working thing? Do I need a student mate, a teach mate? Do they need to work together? Where is the content going to come from? They are at the solution level.
Yes. So
Right?
we are talking solution level.
Ah.
Basically, my vision is for 150 years. Okay, I will not be alive. You people also will not be alive.
No.
But that's the reason why we are discussing so much, because if the system is in place, it will thrive.
Correct. Vision can be achieved through a strategy. Strategy is there are multiple ways of going. One strategy is take 1,000 crore and build Gurukulas. So that's one strategy. So we are taking the other strategy. Strategy is how we go about. Solution is what is required for tomorrow. Okay, what is required for tomorrow will change next year. Next year will change, but vision will not change.
Yeah.
So we were summarizing where we had reached. So what, like you said, PowerPoint is vision. What we're talking is solution. Now, what Vijayji brought up is agentification can happen within some of those work streams. We don't need to have Gen AI first, AI agent second, and agentification.
That's a way of thinking from a vision viewpoint.
Yeah.
Because what is driving that identification vision is because there is an emergence of Gen AI tools, and that is what has brought a new opportunity in the market that you can agentify.
Yes. So when we double click, we feel like there could be use cases which are available, which we can actually start using agentification. The other aspect is, of course, the outcomes that we are seeking. Outcomes, if we know the outcomes and the process steps, we break it into 10 steps. There could be specific parts that are outcome. We can look at those outcomes and put a agentification over there. Now, before I lose my thoughts, what I was trying to come at is currently the outcomes might not be very clear. The content are still work in progress, and some are not live in the system. All this to say, if I look at it, I try to make it sort of plan. I understand there is the tech work stream, content work stream, user interaction work stream, sales and marketing. I was thinking of another one as agentification, which would have some, I can't find the word, some interaction with each of those work streams. The other part is timeline. And since the first part of the meeting, I've been asking that so that I know where are we going? When do we go live? For example, one sense of timeline, we talk about stems. Those are the various subjects that would be there. So there would be, in my mind, a timeline when do we go into production with all of this. And if we have that, Then I work backwards. I say, okay, if these are to be going live, then there is a critical part like headline or subheader, which we said in the morning, is not there in that. Those are critical path items. So we need to address that. And then I would say, okay, if these are there, or maybe we can identify that, but versus a timeline, not everything should be a priority. Like in the morning when we look at the customer delight list over there, or the butterfly list over there, it looks like everything we want to go based on some priority, which is a little, if I may say, subjective, not driven as per those production loading day, when it go live, or when I say go live, it's when Shraddhaji can say, yes, confidently, these are in the system and everyone.
So in terms of the evolution, about a month back, 1 month back. So, and prior to that, let's say about 6 months, right? From the last 6 months. So 1 month back is when we went live, right?
Yes.
And what was important to be here was identified through an initial conversation in the first, say, 1.5 to 2 months. And that is how whatever the current solution that has emerged, which is, okay, an initial learning capability through some teach-made and student-made and whatever the foundation work that has happened, right? So now that we are here, this is when this new team has got formed. Why? Because from now onwards, we have multiple stakeholders, which you saw, coming in and playing the game. And how do we prioritize based on their actual requirements is what we wanted to now focus on. Till now, the focus was based on, okay, let's get a foundation so that we can experiment.
Yes.
Right? But how do we prioritize from now onwards? Just about a week back is when this team formally got launched. And now they are in the process of collecting all feedback.
That is all great.
Right?
Yeah.
So they have not yet really gone into a stage of prioritization. They have not yet said, along with the other teams, what is the next milestone. But tentatively, let's say we are thinking on a monthly or a bi-monthly basis, there has to be some kind of a release cycle, which will address, some tech issues, some content issues, some UX, user interaction issues, so on and so forth. And that formalization is also yet to happen completely. Tentatively, by say October, we want to go live. And what exactly we want to go live with is where the current conversation is.
Okay, I get that. It is a bottom-up approach. We are taking expert views. I know it's a dynamic landscape. It's evolving landscape.
It's not a bottom-up. It is a top-down. From
If
now,
you were top-down, you would have said, Shraddhaji needs this to go live 1st January 2020.
That's exactly what we are doing now. This is where the conversations with Shardaji has begun and Madhuryaji has begun. And that is what this team is tasked with now, to collect all that feedback and to prioritize. So once when, let's say in another, say week or two, if let's say we have this prioritized, then is when, we will be able to arrive at, okay, what is that chunking or, milestones that we can create. So from now onwards, it will be primarily top down in terms of our releases. It is not at all bottom up. When you see the butterfly board, you will get a sense of bottom up. That is because, that is dealing with all the details. No, that is not priority setting for the overall platform. Priority setting is going to be with Shardaji's input, Madhuryaji's input, Kantiji's input. So they are the ones who are feeding this blue box. And that blue box is not yet filled. And we have not yet discussed together what is the content of the blue box, what we should be focusing on. Today, the team is dealing with, after go live, there are some burning items that have come up, and the team is dealing with.
We are looking at that feedback.
Yeah. So therefore you come at a very opportune moment.
Correct.
Right? So
we look at probably.
In this world, things happen very opportunistically.
I would say in synchronicity.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So And I'll ask this question if I know time, and then I'll rest my case.
No, you please keep asking.
Yes.
Because please, one thing that we all need is right questioning and right discussion. So that we can keep the emotions out.
Yes.
So please.
No. Very difficult, very difficult. Emotions should come out.
So,
Not outside of.
Actually, you have a hidden agenda. Content is sir. Okay, I do a lot of practices, Vasana Shaya, Samskara and all. Okay, I was not able to get people Vasana. Here I put all that.
that's my digression. This is the lab. This is the laboratory.
Permit isn't there, I see. Vasana, Samskara, coming out. Oh,
So, really nice. Yeah.
So, is this statement incorrect? 1st January 2026, I need 40 students to come in, 50 students, whatever the target. They should be able to have everything ready. That is what I thought was the target. What we are saying is we will be managing tasks on a monthly basis and see what is priority.
Let me correct the way I see it. By 1st January 2026, will there be 40 students? That is a marketing decision that needs to happen based on how prepared we are. Because right now, think of the stage the business is in. The business is not in a let's scale stage, because the business has not yet ironed out fundamental issues. What are the fundamental issues?
You've gone bottom up. Do we have an academic cycle to adhere?
I'll tell you the other way. Let's say we get 40 students. Okay. Will we be able to sustain them? Okay, is a bigger question. 40 students is not an answer. We can get 4,000 students.
We are in the lab phase of our business. We are in the lab phase of our business.
But in our second value, there is the alpha stage.
Yeah.
There is alpha stage of production.
Yeah.
Then we will go to beta and then cut over. So right now we can think it's a lab stage. Then Gurukula, what you're saying is lab. Okay, once we say the content lab, we go down to beta, more people.
Yeah. I often use example to people. See, when they target that they want to get into a certain company like Google or Amazon or Facebook. Okay. They prepare very hard for the interview. They took that as the target. No, I want to be really good at interviewing. I want to get into Amazon. Okay. I want to get into Google. I am saying, no, you are targeting the wrong thing. Believe me, the hard part is not clearing the interview. The hard part is working at the company. Okay, even if you clear the interview, even if you become the best in cracking the interview, they will see you out in 6 months. If you are not able to work in a way they want you to work.
Okay.
Okay. So having a product that supports 40 students is the target. Having a product that is fundamentally capable of sustaining that amount of student that is able to make them learn is the target.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your focus is on making the foundation
Correct.
robust.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So we don't have a target per se.
We have a target. We have set a target, and like he rightly said, the target is how can I now create a system that can scale easily, that is robust enough, that we all feel. See, if none of this conversation was happening today, we were simply talking about, okay, 10 students came and next week 20 students are going to come, and the 10 students, 9 of them are giving excellent, as soon as they started reading through this or going through this, their grades have started going up. They love come here and learn. If the nature of the conversation in this room is like that, then we will be talking about that kind of a scale. Today we are solving for something else.
We're solving for the product first, I would say.
Yes.
So with that, therefore, it's not a target of academic year, it's a target of getting the product ready.
Yeah.
Now, I'll come back.
Yeah.
Not that target of marketing, but the target of technical readiness.
Yeah.
In that technical readiness, there is a time scale briefly you would have thought about, and we would have priorities of the task, isn't it? Not yet?
We are at an experimental phase.
Okay, so because it's experimental, we don't have coded timelines. Oh,
So the reason is, that's why the sandwich is very important to understand. See, the sandwich, in the sandwich, this part is relatively easy to think in that way. The tech part. You and I can sit here today and create the vision for the next 6 months, and we can break it down into 2 months deliverables, and we can make it happen. But the hard part is not there. The hard part is what we are experiencing today. Once when you bring the other two layers of the sandwich, the content and the user interaction, because ultimately our aim is not to create the bells and the whistles in the tech product. Our ultimate aim is how can the children truly learn better, and when can that happen? This and this have to work together. Today we are at that lab phase where these 3 layers of the sandwich are coming together for the first time. Though we have been working for 6 months, only in the last 1 month these 2 layers of the sandwich have come together.
okay, I think I have a better way to ask the question, which I was now with the inputs that you have given. So would it make sense if we call these as 3 work streams, and actually there are 4. The 4th one is sales and marketing, 5th one is probably agentification. Can we start double clicking or triple clicking on each of them to understand how they have to work with each other? Because, for example, content creation or user interface, we said this morning, their feedback was screen time, not enough interaction and all that. So those are things, feedback loop that is coming and we need to address. Then if we have those as we learn and we see those coming, we can list them and then say, when do we resolve it? Are they mandatory for a go live?
Yeah.
Or not?
Exactly.
And we prioritize that.
Yeah.
That will
And that's the main agenda for the main mandate for the delayed team. The
Okay.
delayed team is responsible for gathering all this feedback and to ensure that we are creating this sandwich as a delightful sandwich.
Okay, but it's not just, probably they are the doers, but everyone should contribute so that they're in sync. Then there is less stress in the system. Everyone knows, okay, this one is not.
They're not the doers. They are the facilitators. They are the orchestrators of this sandwich. They are, okay, the expectation is not that the delayed team, okay, so now I'm talking as a delayed team person. Okay, I have, like each one here has multiple roles. As a delayed team person, my role is to ensure that I listen to my customers, I understand their pain, and I understand what are the right possible solution approaches and what do I need to bring. Okay, now I go to Dhavalji. Dhavalji as a UX, UI engineer for Student Mate. This is what I'm thinking based on the feedback I've heard from Sharda ji or Madhurya ji. Is this the right approach? So I facilitate all these conversations. I facilitate the solution to emerge. I am not the doer.
I am the Zoom meeting coordinator.
That's one way of putting. I'm here to surface these critical questions. If I am not there as a delayed person, then he will simply keep on doing his work.
Yeah.
She will simply keep on doing her work. As a delayed person, I am the one who's bridging these two worlds. And it is very important for me to bring them together, to surface these conversations and to make sure they talk to each other, they listen to each other. If I am not there, they may go off on tangents. So I'm a facilitator. I'm the enabler. Is that making sense?
No, I got lost from what I was trying to arrive at.
I
Which
think
is-
she's not asking about customer delight and all that. She's asking about
No,
the
time
sandwich.
management.
Where customer delight doesn't come into picture in that sandwich.
No, customer delight is sandwich.
No, she's
This-
asking about the product as such, not about the feedback loop and all that, right? You are asking about there is an issue and then the release date and then the next version, how this whole process is happening.
I'll take an example. Okay, and I might not have noted it correctly, so apologies for that. We talked about the subheader in the content. Action is with Shravanji. We said we need that. How do we differentiate that one between another one, which somebody said, I want more interactivity with that, with the content. It should call for either a practical application or physical teachers to come in?
See, I tell you,
How do you prioritize?
all these ambiguities
Hmm.
are there always in software development. And how do you resolve ambiguity? Okay, let's say you open up Cooper and you want to go to another point. Okay, what will matter to you the most?
That's why the
Yeah,
good to have and the mandatory ones, right?
yeah,
I'm trying to differentiate.
yeah. So that is the
priorities
question
on that.
everybody in the team needs to ask to themselves. Okay, not to just a central person.
Hmm.
Everybody has to have that clarity. Okay, that what is the most important thing for a student right now? There will be 10 priorities at any given point of time. Okay, but if I cannot go from A to B in Uber and it gives me some, nice flashy map and points and all that, then it's of no use.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I need to be ensuring is that is this product serving the purpose for which it is built? If not, where it is failing at the moment, let us identify all those gaps and enable it to do what it is supposed to.
Which brings back to the point.
Yeah.
Of having a plan.
Yeah, but the plan is observe the students, ensure what they are going through is what we understand.
That's the feedback mechanism.
Hmm.
But to get to that product, the first part is to get to the Uber up and running.
Hmm.
You have got already Uber up and running.
Hmm.
There are some feedback coming.
Hmm.
In that feedback, how do we prioritize what are the must have? Oh, good.
That is where the conversation between the mentors, the teachers,
Correct.
and then the Delight team
Yeah.
to
And
facilitate that.
then have that conversation and come up with a plan. Everybody agrees. Okay, then.
Exactly.
Ah.
And that's exactly the Friday conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, like everybody is out in the market. Everybody is seeing different part of it. Okay, somebody says contact, somebody take, somebody says the seed take, and I say I want to pick soft, hard this thing. So now you have to say, this is what is the element picture, you have to pick it clearly.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that picture is missing right now.
And Ashwini ji saying, I need the other elephant as well.
No, that's a cheetah. That's a cheetah.
No, that cheetah I have taken in my pocket. It's in my pocket.
So,
It's in the zoo.
Now.
So whenever we feel very comfortable, no, the zookeeper comes and leaves another animal. And all of that, helter skelter.
so now that we all agree, we have to have that conversation and come with that. Now, let's not forget this part, right? Everyone is here. Otherwise, we go back to this in the morning and we will not be able to tell which one we prioritize and how do we.
So therefore, I don't see you as a separate work stream, G.
Exactly.
Okay,
That
let
is-
me tell you how I see you. You're missing as a work stream
Because
because, which is the team that is enabling this entire thing to come together is the Delight team. You're part of the Delight team. Because for whatever you need to do, you need to be embedded in a way where you are listening to different pain points, different voices across the sandwich layers.
I totally agree with you. I cannot, my DNA is program management.
Yeah.
I will happily go into that house.
Yeah.
Once we have a plan.
Yeah.
After we have finished the conversation.
Yeah.
We got everyone aligned as to
Yeah.
what is priority.
Yeah.
I will happily go to my house and work with UX, content and technique.
Huh.
Otherwise, we
So-
don't know that, because to be able to do that, I need to know what are the outcomes. To know the outcomes, I need to know the process. To know the process, I need to see what is happening. Some are broken here or there. I won't say broken, sorry. I will say it's not yet
It's okay, it's
ready.
okay, it's okay
Not
to
yet
use.
ready.
We don't have to take so much of, politically correct side here. See, the thing is.
4 weeks you have gone, this is really amazing. I should first say this.
Yeah.
I really feel that when I was looking first times, Teachmate and StudentMate. Really wow.
Yeah, so that's the work of, everybody.
I can. I haven't heard about it. I've been outside India, I've been witnessing it, but now I just want to say a few things that could help us.
See, the entire effort of teachmate and student mate we have done is not to build a product. Is to build something through which we can get feedback and experiment.
So it's just a pilot.
It's a pilot to gather a lot of feedback and observe students how they are able to interact with the system. So our priority right now, I mean, we are so happy that we are at this stage. We are extremely happy. The conversation that happened day before was the intended outcome of student mate and teachment. Okay, it's not a bad conversation. It is the conversation we want to have. All the streams come together, talk about the things. These are the issues here, these are the issues here. Still students are not able to learn. What is it that we will make them learn? Okay. So I think the current focus is on ensuring that students are learning. That is the main thing. Once we have a solid product, we have okay. Now students are able to learn. Then we are having a lot of other things. Okay. Then streamline this, streamline that, streamline this, streamline that. Okay. First priority is ensure that students are learning. First priority is get things from A to B over. Okay. Without that, we don't have anything else yet. So this is just a stage where we want to experiment and understand what is working and what is not.
In that framework, I agree, we will see where identification can fit in.
Yeah.
Before that, we have to know A to B, what is the priority,
Correct.
the must have, and we will deprioritize the good to have, so that we have alignment.
Because right now, as we are experimenting, because if we have to optimize on the learning experience, there will be 100 things coming up. You know, all of us, can
All
bring it,
feedback
right?
we get.
Yeah, right. But out of that, which one is really going to enable a better learning experience outcome? Because the sandwich is meant for that.
And that call will not be taken by us. That call is taken by students. So we have to observe them. Okay, are they able to actually learn from what we are on? That is the main thing. That is the call we are not going to that is the call they are going to show it to us that they are learning.
So therefore, unlike a traditional program where we are very clear about the when we want what outcome, right? See here, what is the outcome? Outcome is better learning experience, joyful and really energized children. So now I cannot say I want to make it happen by June or July or August. We have to continuously learn how to tweak. So we have to build a system which enables us to tweak quickly and then run, see and run with that, and see whether it's working or not. Right. So therefore, as a part of the Deloitte team, and focused mainly on the agentification, the way I would see it is to see where the pains are and whether those pains can be addressed through a agentification kind of an approach.
And to your point of processes, the process needs to be that allows us rapid experimentation. Okay, like for example, SpaceX, what they are doing. They are
There will be a lab of rockets.
They are saying that we want to send a rocket to Mars. It is currently not possible. Okay, it is absolutely not possible to send a rocket to Mars with humans right now. So are they building rocket right now?
There will be a lab of rockets.
They are not building rockets. They are building a system that allows them to build rockets quickly and experiment and see if it is successful or not. So if you see every 3-6 months, they have one rocket test, it fails. It is expected to fail.
Fail early approach so we can learn.
Gather data, understand if it is working or not,
and improve it.
And
we are not treading a known and treaded path. It's a new path.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I know it's not hard coded. I know it's a dynamic environment. Within that dynamic, if we streamline what are the must have, it will create a little bit more management.
Exactly.
It will be more manageable for you.
That's what needs to be facilitated now.
So I understood that we should not put a hard coded date.
Yeah.
Rather, we should get the product ready and 100% reliable with the must
Yeah, yeah.
and then increment.
And what those are has to be identified now in
Yes.
collaboration.
Yes,
And we need to start facilitating that.
yes,
Right? And that's the phase where we are in now.
yes.
And that is where I said, like I said, opportune or synchronicity, you have come at the right time because your mindset is the right mindset to facilitate this along with our Delight team. That's why you are an integral part of the Delight team.
Very humble to be able to contribute. And I'm really sorry if I don't say the things correctly, but I'm just trying to understand so we can.
No,
get
that's
the
okay.
product.
We are very explicit in what we feel and feel free to do that.
We express through tears, we express through.
Damaji takes lots of care to take analogies to try to explain what he's doing. I may not have that kind of finesse.
All things from this are acceptable. Emotional outbursts. Anger, fear, okay. Examples. Vedanta.
So when do we have that conversation?
Friday is when I think, so Prabhuji, who are all going?
Yeah, we have myself, Dhaval, Gayatri.
Kamalji.
Yeah. And there is no others.
And it will be in
Sharda.
Chardar. Yeah. So from now on, much more and more, all the stakeholders, such coordinated meetings will help remove this.
Yes, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
The Kanban thing, may I get access to that?
Yeah. Gayatri ji.
Great. Okay, and I can see also the STEM.
You can do it with no one feeling.
That would be great. Then I will make sure.
With such localization. It's.
No, she can use her Gmail. You give access using the Gmail.
Hmm.
For now.
So I can see how.
First, she has to create an account, then we can.
What you can do is, maybe you can raise the request for her biscuit ID, but in parallel, let her get access using
So
Gmail.
I can see what it. Everything is on Kanban, is it?
When you say everything.
Yeah, that's only.
Yeah, it's a Kanban board. Let's use Kanban or Tiger. When you say everything, can you please clarify what do you mean?
Everything means all the risk, all the action items and the butterfly and the customer delight.
Yes.
And the,
Yes,
all the.
yeah, all the items that we need to track, all the topics that we need to track are on Tiger. Yeah.
We just need.
Two separate boards though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Is there a place where I can see the stakeholders? And it's fine if we say, no, I will have to create it. Like who is doing what and how we all come together.
When you say, okay, so now that's in the Delight board, you will see all the mentors, teachers, tech team. For example, in the Delight board, you will find Shravanji, Dhavalji, Ashwiniji, only these three. Because they represent different parts of the tech layer.
Okay.
But when you go to Butterfly, you will find, say, Tusharji, Anishaji, and all them also.
We don't have the role, we have the name.
They all have roles.
The role for further.
So for example, he's a UI lead, he is a platform lead. So
I
like
will
that.
look at the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Tiger.
Tiger. Yeah, Tiger. And if I have more questions, I will.
Yeah.
We did need the butterfly board, others are yet to join.
Yeah, who are yet to join?
I want to be, Gayatri, Shavanti, Gayatri also, but others, I think.
As you invite, as you add items, when you assign to them.
No, we will assign, but yeah, you're right, we have to put them also in, like, okay, not assign, here, now that.
We can assign.
So what you can do is, as you assign to, If you think it's a platform issue, Shravanji, you issue to level 3.
No.
And let them figure out, how they want to.
They go to tiger.io. We add further aside here. You add them so that I add them. But I think the EAI, all the EAI.
Can you send me a diff request if they must use?
Yes.
It's from Guru. What are the?
Has it brought enough clarity and next steps that you can take?
Yeah, I will also invest some time in understanding where we are.
So I'm not yeah, so please at any point of time you
Do we have it right? Where we can something?
Yeah.
That's again on.
So for example, when you go to a app, it's a large group. But yeah, a lot of conversations we have. So the same. So Gayatri ji, you can decide to along with add it to the Delight group as well as to the AI apps team. So that way she can then decide if the chatter in the AI apps team is good for her or not. And at what level she wants to operate.
So we'll add her to.
Both the groups you add. Let her decide Delight group as well as the AI apps team.
Yeah, so I think you have to add.
No,
I cannot.
Oh, they want that. Anybody can.
Can we add space management?
Yeah. Anybody can add, I think. Just check, please. If you're not able to, I will add. I'll name the fund. Then you play. Okay. All right, so shall we take the next step, Shravanji? Yeah.
No, good one.
Okay, so now, agentification, there was I think you which screen. So, commonly, broadly, this is the sandwich, the tech layer has so he managed to add data and lot of work that could begin in that area. And then there is Upashri. Then our Ashwini validation. Then the delight. So this is the bridge between this layer of the sandwich and the other layers of the sandwich.
That is available, right? I want to see that. Is it just maybe poison there?
No, it's in the AI. At any point of time, if you're not able to find things, please feel free to ask.
Okay, I will do that. Just to get familiar with the same terms.
Then the other picture that we also help you is how can you please put the password of this one?
It's Guruji 2024 G Captain.
So when we say wow apps, these are the things that we're talking about. So this is purely the tech part of the tech. In the tech layer, this is how the world looks like. We are responsible for these many creation of the mates, mental main, ops main, agent intervention. These are the ones that we are working towards.
These are the ones that face the users and the API
These are all behind the scene, and these are all behind the scene items that enable this. And in this, all are not yet ready. This is the vision, right? Today we have this and this to a certain extent.
student made and teach made out
Yeah.
of the 7.
Out of the 7, and that too also not fully the what we really want. Like Dhaval said, just an experimental beta version. Then we have another very rudimentary version of this OpsMate, and another rudimentary version of AgentMate has started evolving. So eventually, when we go to agent integration, you will be dealing with some parts of what she has done. And maybe using some third party solutions, all that to discuss.
Do we know somewhere what are they meant to be? Student made, teach made, fairly intuitive. The others.
Operations, better.
Okay.
Agentification, so the agents, intelligence,
What is it?
data intelligence, like data science. Intelligence.
So they are, so to speak.
Like functional.
Function.
So as an example, the student learning, how do you have the student learning well? And what should I give as a challenge to student for evaluation? Let's say some student is at the foundation level in terms of their capability. Then should I give an advanced level evaluation? Should I give a foundation level evaluation? On that, how do I decide? It will be decided by that data driven intelligence.
Okay.
So that is where a lot of value will be added as we go further.
Okay, so this is primarily then for the core characteristic content. It does not involve marketing, it does not all is not.
No, it will as we evolve.
Okay.
It's the core product layer you can call it. It gives intelligence about, okay, should we market here or not? Is what should we position? If marketing reads a certain facts that they want to project, what kind of facts we can project? So it's a core layer. For the whole of that's right. It's for the whole sandwich. The sandwich essentially has these three main layers.
Got it. I'm outside with you, I'm thinking sales and marketing, why don't they have their thing there?
They'll have to draw. They'll have to draw from one of these. So for example,
They
will
are
be-
not part of the system, they will use the system.
Yes. Because they will have to. There are no particular names facing them today. If as we evolve,
Maybe we do that.
maybe we will.
Yeah.
As of today, the thought processes, they will be using our operations,
Mostly.
yeah. Or they may draw for some factors.
For administrative purposes and all of that, so all those data will be in the ops.
Yes, exactly. And whatever the intelligence they need, will be in the intelligence. So if they want to know what are the facts, latest facts about the children.
Okay, don't
About
take
the
me
teachers.
today. I just want to ask, so student rate or priority?
And those two, student and
Each
teacher,
rate second priority, third priority second rate.
mentor, because these three have gone live
Yes, it's just 4 weeks.
since 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And parents are also in the picture, but today we don't yet have the pressure to show something to the
We know we
parents.
haven't given them our best view yet.
Yeah,
Right?
so these three are now in the middle of the.
They're trial.
They're trying, yeah.
And Oxford, intermediate at some point in time.
Yeah.
That's why.
And some parts of agent management.
Yeah,
So agent is helping those 2, 3. You know, those students, my teacher, it draws from agent.
Here there is one Krishna, which is answering module. So right now, there is work going on in that, bring the initial version of agent to enable that. Currently, we are in.
Okay, yeah, I'm thinking what I would talk, I cannot say about it. That's why I'm thinking very NGP, you know my story now, right? Even in NGP, those which you want to, for you it's everything obvious. Everybody else, so that we leave the one of those first, and then we prioritize.
Exactly. Once you know the technicalities, you can translate it into how other people deal with that. Because when we talk to them, they feel it is too technical. They feel it is, we are coming from, I mean, we are good. But that is difficult.
I think you convey them very well.
So I think,
Okay. So,
I'll try to do good. It didn't accept.
It's not acceptable.
is there any topic from your side that shall
Not
be
accepted. It was saying now you valid and
now
doing
we
it.
got it.
No, you are not aware.
regarding the
Because yes, new version of the.
Okay, so that doesn't seem okay. So do you have anything that you comment?
I have tried all names.
so yeah, we'll be done with subtopics now. Do you want to go for block storage or progress?
So do you want to discuss now? Or do you want to complete the whole storage? What is that?
Progress.
Okay, probably saying that in
For the next.
Yeah, but do we need any input from my side or discussion from my side?
Like this.
Can everyone see the block storage? Can we just have a, after this? We have a slide.
Yeah. Okay.
It got.
Both are values
I was supposed to put
Yeah.
cable.
Okay.
Okay, fine, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. What was the password?
No, I mean, other than that, I mean, my focus is pretty much actually on the fact, because that's where our earning. So, you see, this alert supports for variants. So we want to also do that. So,
Once for all, we will fix it. Whatever you guys have put, yeah, you put. They will go as per your email. Yeah, I will adapt whatever you put.
So first.
I'm okay. Don't worry, don't worry.
I mean, you're okay to have it.
I just have.
that is one.
Yeah, so.
Now I got it, but there is nothing normal, right?
Block storage.
The data.
How we have that documentation.
So, from
Then
that,
you
you
can
can find
point
it, it's automatically. Yeah, from here.
Register any topic.
I have no actually a particular meeting right now.
Doesn't.
I'm just looking at from last week, 10 days back, our earlier meeting. And looking at
So that is-
more actionable, whatever web may be there, whatever dashboard may be there.
The way it was.
If you are able to draw actionable, inputs or outputs.
Yeah.
Then that will be the next stage of
Yeah.
whatever we did.
Yeah.
And I'll try to expand for the other four. Because we did only for.
So can some initial vision for what those actionable items are for
Yes.
student?
Yes, for student, I can make,
Yeah.
what, maybe again, expanding on the top 10.
Yeah, you had come up with some 9 items.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you can, I can make our last conversation, maybe if you can boil it down. quickly or like-
Yes, I will do for teacher.
Yeah.
For parent.
First, let us-
Or we'll do only for one or two.
One role,
Let's do for students.
student role. Then, once we get the framework in place,
Yes,
then it becomes easier.
yes, we'll do that. And if I can do something one cut
Yeah,
in the next few days, I'll share across that.
yeah,
Then, then following Saturday, we'll do a next
yeah.
level.
Yeah. Once you come up with, this is how I think the information is going to look like, insights are going to look like. And this is my data model that you need for that. Then we can have, this platform to visualizing as well. See how they can give that data in
I
that.
think it would be better to reach that point soon.
So, some kind of okay, this is how I would like to see the data, underlying data model. And from there, I know I'm driving these KPIs that these insights. If these two are right, then we can see how to like
Bring from there.
bring from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I will visualize that and
Yeah.
let's talk about it next few
Yeah.
days or maybe by Saturday.
You are not having another
Usually you have an
argument support.
Mhm.
Okay, so what is happening is, it was not
so-
started here.
Okay. So what we can do is, so how is your study looking right now?
Or-
So do you have anything to deal with
No,
society?
no, I'm just, talking for something. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm free.
You are available.
Hmm.
Okay, so now one thing is, wait, which one?
Kamariji, I'm sending you that thing. You
We
try
can,
to
we can,
Okay.
you, me and the double G can sit and review that, she has come up with.
Now you can add that.
Some,
This is the-
This is the new.
agent integration.
Hmm.
So we can sit
So,
and.
Tiger, you can invite her.
Sure.
She will open her email ID and accept it. Here also.
Do we want to break for lunch now? And,
But Vidya has to come.
oh, okay.
But
How much more time? Who?
Lens has to come. Vidya, Lens.
Vidyaji's, food is here.
Oh.
Ah.
Vidya is a
Whoa.
Then we can.
So that's it, then lunch is ready.
Yeah,
Lunch
Okay.
is ready. Yeah.
yeah, I would say let us have food and.
Yeah, it will not be there.
Double G, anything else from your side, Double G?
Is there something, something about the video derived meetings this morning?
So our Madhurya ji couldn't join. But again, Bera ji was there. And she expressed the concern about, the content has to be appropriate and whether if you are not able to get the right content, what is the stopgap arrangement, like that she started talking. So what I suggested is that
Only Bera was there, Sharma is not.
Charlie was there, Shilpa she was there.
But
So we said that, let's Friday, when we are face to face, let us discuss. And
Friday they are not coming, only Sharma is coming.
and I told her about the sandwich way of thinking. See, because, somewhere, in our conversation, she kept on saying, oh, if this thing was available in the tech, like that, if it's going to take time. So then I said, this sandwich, tech, content and user interaction, all the three have to come together. So we have to find out what is the right way to mix them together. So on Friday, let that be the focus of the conversation.
Okay.
Because somewhere in her mind also it is all about tool. So I said, no, it cannot be only a tool. It is the combination of these three. Yeah. Otherwise, nothing much, Prabhuji. So they all agreed with the approach. So after Friday, things will become even more clearer, I hope. Yeah.
Guruji, are they coming? They said they will tell you.
Who?
Darshanji said,
The thing is not very common, right? Yeah. We have to go there. Yes. Yeah, just like their walks with he wants to do that. So now I use already release what you are saying that now we can be open.
Prabhuji knows. You have
Yeah, that's all right, but why you? Great players.
Each week is set up like I feel it's very interesting. But everyone is trying to do with lots of passion. I want to send it some alignments you're interested.
What's happening? What's happening?
So Belaji, other data.
Is
No, Raj is data, that is what is the initiative into data alignment.
Yeah, so, yeah, see, right now, I mean, then data need to get the data intelligence. Here in the time the cost kicking in, right? Then it will be used. All those points will So until then, you can know what created small people, you can add me. Because it's over, yeah. You can have the.
That's advantage.
So you can live more.
This is ID.
You have
This is ID.
or something like that.
That is
I would propose that, let's have it separately. Raj.K.
Is there story behind your photo?
This one.
Your dream vacation or you just went there?
No. I generally like Japanese photography. So. Raj.K.
Simple, short, After this, we will have some discussion.
Yeah.
The discussion is over for today.
Outside, so now, okay. Now we will have, we will tell you that if at all you breakout discussion, there is separate topic, we can have. Otherwise, post that is also, we show the view also, I don't know. If you want, what discussions we can have. So for example, we now have some couple of discussions. One between Risha ji and Double G and me. And one Double G and Shravan ji. So like that, we need to have some breakout discussions.
Alright.
Yeah.
In my mind, so there is what we had this morning, which is a little bit executive
Yeah.
meeting.
Yeah.
And these are work meetings.
Yeah, these are individual work stream level. Yeah.
To check progress, not with a plan yet,
Yeah.
but to check progress on different issues or risk.
So one could be progress check, another could be more of design discussion.
Yes.
So for example, a lot of the things we are still shaping, right? So how do we shape it? So
Some brainstorming.
design discussion, those kinds of things. And usually we meet twice in the Zoom, no, in the Google Meet, in the evenings, 9 o'clock to 9:30, Tuesdays and Thursdays. There, again, all the numbers that you're seeing here come together. There usually it is mostly about what's happening, are there any blockers?
But it's still internal, not with Darshan, Sharraj,
Only with the techie,
Only with
the bottom of the sandwich.
that session. The heart of the sandwich. The heart of
The bottom of the bag.
Heart of the. So that was for tech, 2 times a week.
Yeah.
And then
9 to 9:30.
you also there? Then it's
Then
not just a tech meeting, right? It's.
No, the delivery team is an integral part of the tech team, in the sense that, from day one, they were part and parcel of
They
development.
maintain the continuity of all discussion.
So that, they have a deeper insight,
Yeah.
and they, their culture, tech team doesn't.
They are the glue. They are the. So I think I would also be part of it. We'll check.
Yes, you should be.
Yeah. And till I figure out what is the best in the.
Actually, if your ID is created, then
We will send it.
I'll send you the Google link.
Wonderful.
Absolutely, I'll
Yes, please. That way she can decide as she rolls along, what is the level of information she wants. Yeah. Because at some of the tech stream and work, there are other work stream level groups also, where the conversation can become deep in the trenches.
Yes.
Right? So that's what you please decide where it is appropriate.
See here, we have AI apps. This is our biscuits. So your ID was also created. Like this. That Kaumari. Okay. Now here we have different teams. This is AI app team, customer delight. So we are part of these 3
because there's no time.
Solutions.
And then
You have to be
Ah,
part of this. You should continue. The whole program.
Yeah, so this group and this group, I think should be part of it.
So shall we, do we announce in the?
I think, who has the right?
Carnegie Information is still adequate to you?
No, yeah.
So you can break for lunch now. And there are no common discussions planned as of now post lunch. There are more of couple of deep dive discussions within smaller teams. So unless needed, we can wrap up. No? We can wrap up. Yeah.
Carnegie, 2 o'clock, we need to, you have to be there when I need Carnegie. 2 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Nupamaji?
Okay, Ji.
Yeah. Thank you very much for joining.
Hari Om.
Hari Om Ji. Hari Om Carnegie.
Hari Om Ji.
Hari Om. Stop in the meeting.
Yes. You have to stop the live stream.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
You should have lunch.
That's what
Yes,
I
yes.
said.
So,
At least let her have.
We come here for the lunch.
The rest is collateral.
Every Saturday,
That is the main part you are missing.
From there.
So somewhere around what it looks like. 1.3 to 1.5, okay. As of now.
But
Just to- for environment.
was that, right now yesterday they have added 2 more, things they have never added.
Okay.
Is it, what caused until last week? This week, how did it? Because they got it.
No, it's only the last correction month. Last 7 days, 5.57.
Then you'll clear. When you go over now. Last 7 days. Not there, not previous last attention.
That's why I think all the access is necessary. Could you connect to satisfied of this? Because I thought
I have just last. I thought once I have the access, everything is fine on the close now.
Then.
So today we are going to some topics which are there is a CR now or main merge. You can
By the time they come home, they'll. Even if they.
What happened, I said, the week, last week in house.
Sure, we will definitely.
definitely.
Okay. So that is the.
Recommendation.
You can guide us to what. Yeah, buddy.
Actually, when do we go for
This is the fun of activity we are doing to the mind. You will not believe. Yeah, we come here only for this. Exactly. Variety of things.
And by the way, it's created product.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Side effect. Yeah,
I will say that now.
Go ahead.
Brahmapanam, Brahmavi, Brahmagno, Brahmana, Brahmaiva, Tena Kartavyam, Brahmakarma, Samadhina, Vaishvano Bhutva, Pranina, Idamashritam, Pranapan, Samayukto, Pajamendam, Chaturvidam, Annapurni, Sadapurni, Shankara Pranavallabhi, Jnana Vairagya, Siddhyartham, Isha Deja Parvati, It's very good. So when we take this kind of conversation, then that's very good. Now, see, sir, I mean, people is on this, they use it as they are the understanding.
Last week only this tiger was because of all this disturbances of Guruji. Last week Taiga Bandir because of all this misunderstandings, communication gap. See, we will discuss here. After one day, we'll forget that issue. So, who is there to track that issue and who is there to ask why it has not happened like that? So,
yeah.
And correct time, Guruji. Everything.
I don't know from China. How many questions you have?
No, you should ask. You should ask.
Commonly, people asking questions is the most favorite for profession.
If you don't ask questions, I'm our job. Our job insecurity. Let's say students are. Yeah, answers are I don't know.
Correct.
I give some answer. What do they want to know? Last 5 months, when he has if I am, this is
The next generation is all about asking right questions. You don't have to you have to ask Param Guru what you do. This is what I tell my technical. Ask ChatGPT. That's a Param Guru.
So if my true is having the right to
You'll get some answers, some
student mark, student ID, student mark, this is such
What is the meaning of the
no, you didn't start with the same.
Oh, this is the picture I showed.
That's what sir is saying. Yes, sir.
When you didn't this question.
He doesn't have any because it just wanted to get some oh, he's the poor guy who
So those, I don't think. Maybe not documentation, but organization.
Let's see, that's correct. He want to. In the context interface. And not just as to separate arguments, we want to take an argument object. What we have done. In the flashcard context. Without that, you can pass it into arguments, don't but it has from error really compiled. It will not compile, when we don't publish the production. But other than that, it's good. As you know, now not for there was all a full flat file.
Different from what you are working here. How is that?
I should come first understand how.
She has not seen like.
I come back to what is the plan and how.
It's actually, because Ashwini is not sitting, the whole thing. It happens as you go.
Here or here. Yeah.
We take one step at a time. You don't start yourself.
That's the part about working.
Eating together.
This evening. I was there in US and it was so. Not liking the way they used to eat.
My God, sit in front of that computer only and eat there only. And also many times I saw also. The thing I think Indians are not going to help, right? How they say it also, right? The everything is the roga.
No, yeah.
They sit like that all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, because. And we can't, but sometimes I find that little bit.
The.
We didn't have it, but I was not, she doesn't know where
You should have started with that.
We started, right?
With the delayed. No, now we can have a short intro, no? We start with
She has to.
Okay. Yeah, and you start. Very good, right? And she's coming from Boston back. She's not really. I will also engage that. That is 22% multidisciplinary. There is a multiple English today, very 40 points of integrating only. The person is one shipping.
I don't remember. My daughter. So before that, 8 years before that.
I asked when the passion was full of pain.
No.
Now it's not. And they made a lot of people. Yeah, for solution. Recently, they don't know why.
Yeah, I had to.
When you go Totally. And it's 16 years, 4 years. And recently I acquired a junior. Now it's 22. 4 years.
BIT. No, just because I taught on here. My school fees were 50 rupees per year. Then college fees were 20,000 rupees per year. That's all.
Maybe mine was 2006.
That's all. Yeah, what senior, that's all that I need to say.
No, we have to go questions, no.
Thoroughly introduce yourself.
We don't only say,
College.
we tell more than that.
Yeah. Like, not like formally, or like, yeah, informal. We are not formal.
Very confidence to that, suppose it's not right, 100 things and.
Like, so that, the Korean modules, that's all.
But they're not given a demo.
We are.
Should we do it today?
Demonstration. We are.
There's a stage. Yes, for the inside, but not for everything.
We are.
We can't like it. Leave cancel. Something very important, leave cancel.
70 will put the.
Yeah, we have to develop a new tool first.
Is that not enough? Is the typical employee. Employees are protected. So then we come up with some, okay, then the tool is developed, no, it was leave. Can I develop the specification with the leave?
No, sometimes it should be written. हमारे यहाँ पे पूरे
Open chapter or lesson. You didn't say your boss and
Don't get me.
We are a company especially industry have to start in lesson 1 chapter 9.
We discuss and understand. So first I want to understand, have a common language, common community, Vishala, and that is only 6 hours, not 8 hours. Because they are not talking English like our. Okay, right now they are not having common language.
Yeah.
So there is a common language. And what's common language? What is next step to that is to be discussed. Right?
So we'll continue with it.
Let's get back to it.
Please, anybody.
And then the lesson uploading, right? So that absolutely. The site I think always starts being last year just was doesn't create also, they have paid one. Hobbies are like learning new things. Somebody is your team, like what should be good in negative based,
As I from 4 million, so then I take my interest over software.
like video I thought will be lessons.
It was interesting though. And if it comes to any field, certainly, in music, if I take my interest, yeah, I will leave.
And again, after we do
I like that you're
Yeah,
I like the software.
You can always say next one, this is what it does.
I like
Next 100 days, I want to follow the image of the sensei.
no, that is what we have to study and money into the branch. And we have I would love to say it's a team of 99% right to the so
Think in a very constrained way. You cannot say that, okay, this is that, and this is that, and this is that. It's like you have to properly think through and
That's what.
so that's what they come up. Right? Yeah, they have to come. But it is like they can jump up because they have like
Here you
kind of internet.
know how much time
Every step of the way, like, new different.
I got to really use the because I understood what Father is saying. I understood what Father is saying.
At the last,
So the solution is prepared by all
we should have tried and we'll have two major subjects like often, yeah, whatever we start, everybody design it.
That is said, this is what's possible.
And that I think
The discussion.
I think not funny. Sometimes it is 5 in the evening, sometimes it is 7 in the evening, sometimes the meeting runs for 10 minutes.
How much have I
Sometimes
got?
it's for 1 hour.
You will agree that something is very possible. This is a I have, and you have got it. Every person creates a it's not creation. There's nothing exists like this. There's no God sitting and giving do this. Or there's no thing like the corporate world. And what you call that worship thing. I'm saying.
So they have to know each other. Not directly.
You can imagine when you go there, so nobody is playing. I'm pretty sure. Like another step. It's a very
He doesn't know her role here. She's having so many hands.
Oh.
Yeah. One point. We are in the best. As a country, had to solve no problem. Things are 20 years old. Americans are 10 years old. And we are big police. I want develop culture that people keep creating, people be not afraid of change. Look at very fresh eyes. And if I bring any of the carpets, there are this is not that, that's not it. Yeah, I find out what is required, how to require, I read my path.
We are training again. They will be training you.
But I have a vision. Vision is valid for next 20 years. Vision for Gurukula is I am asking the Then visions next 20 years will be taken care of. One is and then it comes to implementation of next 6 months. We are talking about two others
directly rather than talking to Gemini.
and many of you
There are those questions students are asking. What answers Gemini is giving?
possible.
We can supervise those. We can use that data for future improvement and things like that. But that being said, that's a technical. Go further.
Is that
Your voice is so low, I can't hear you.
Automation happens when districts are clear.
But even none of the really very different.
Korean pop.
Eight point now.
Lot of the extras K-pop, Korean, K-pop, K-drama. Anyways, yeah.
So that's what we can do nowadays.
Upload it to teach.
My God.
You should be asking like that. No, should only on shot about to
There can be Korean or single. They say, they want to go there and settle down. Anime has not become super get among the recent times. Anime they want to separate of cartoons, not from cartoons. No, it's like action. How they are getting government not getting an they are getting. So we will category for the version of anime. Why and form? It's just different. But you watch it anime, not what the best of the brain will develop, then your problem is not solved. That way you have a problem. Is it a pain point? It's not a pain point. That actually is so much better for me. But various process happening. There was a Guma, this is nice. After seeing India is better. So India became, this is what now I love. I love that. And once I come to that, because nobody can. So certainly I can go through that. I am one of them. They like to